Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What it do, what it do, what it do. What up, what up, what up? Where everybody else only some three people at work. Let me see something. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Hit that like button. Y'all come hit that like button. Y'all young boy in the building. Yeah, young boy in the building. What up, everybody? What up? We got Blue Boat in the building. What up, man? So let's get into it, man. Breaking news. They breaking this came out yesterday, last evening or whatever. Yesterday. Um, Gunna is released, and now video of him in the courtroom surfaced. Him admitting took a plea deal, admitting that YSL was a criminal organization. And now all of a sudden you have people debating on did he told and he told it, did he not told, and for real, it don't really matter because at the end of the day, the title of the video, the streets is overrated. This is why the streets is overrated. This is why lesson learned if you young people out there, or don't if you listen, if you want to get involved in street activity, this is what stuff that happens. And you should not get into it because stuff like this, it gets some all this goofy stuff comes on, and people pick and choose, and what's telling and is not telling. It's like it's not. Listen, that life is not productive at all, and that's why the street life is overrated. Listen, I don't listen, and beyond, in my opinion, on it, and the civilian standpoint of it, me being civilian. And my point on it, and that the video I heard, I mean, and I know they said talking about the plea deal, they can't use it against YSL, but at the same time, I mean, this is a RICO. I mean, he Gunner was probably facing football numbers, bro. What up, Sturdy? Gunner was probably facing football numbers. So listen, in that video, he said, I'm paraphrasing. I'm gonna paraphrase, but this is what he said in this video that when they asked him a question, is YSL a gang, criminal organization, whatever? He admitted saying yes. When they said him and Thug got caught in a car with drugs and guns and stuff like that, he said it wasn't his. So so that's that to me that's telling. That's telling, dog. Like that's like me. It's like saying if me and Sturdy in the car, and it's drugs and guns in the car or whatever, and we get caught, and I say, "Well, it ain't mine." Well, it ain't mine. So who? I mean, hey, that's dry snitching. That's dry, and that's still telling. Like I don't understand. Listen, and I don't know why people were trying to sit there act Like it's like he didn't tell. Listen, when you facing RICO charges, bro. Listen, I don't care. I don't care how tough you is. I don't care how tough you is. I don't care. You must be a gangster, whatever case may be. People don't want to do years in prison, bro. I mean, listen, that's what I'm saying though. Like, or don't say nothing at all. Or say, I don't know what you're talking about. That was there when we got it. Or say nothing at all. But at the same time, hold up. I'll put the link in the chat because this is why the street life is overrated. That's why it's like, bro, that's what we be telling people in the streets, man. I'll tell people younger, leave that stuff alone, man. Leave that stuff alone because you gotta deal with stuff like this. And I don't feel sorry. Don't get it twisted. I don't feel sorry for young thug. Put aside Nicholas Brown. I don't feel sorry for young thug or nobody because at the end of the day, you should have been doing that shit. That's funny as hell, Charles Way. You should be doing that ish. Like I don't understand it. Like and like, come on, that like that man. Then people trying to say, well, Thug probably told him to take the play. Nah, nobody. Listen, bro. Listen. People already been telling people even before Thug. Because yesterday, somebody else, two other people got released too. So what up, 30? So I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
slow that everybody. No, there's some noise in the background. You just talk. You want to pass by.
So he put himself in that situation. Yeah, and then people say, well, and then this is what I don't like either though. This is the main thing I didn't like. Oh, Gunna, he's just a rapper, bro. His videos him claiming Crip.
Yeah, yeah. Can you enlighten me? Like, what is Gunner's association with them? Was he a
He,
hitter? Was like, what's
I
the
know we know he affiliated YSL, and this a Thug is with different gang ties or whatever. But you go look at you can type in Gunner. But he's been mind you they've been investigating YSL for years, like the gang activity in Atlanta for years, just in general, right? So he's under a Crip set in Atlanta. He's on video with blue rags, gang signs and everything. You can go look this up, Gunner Crips. Shady Park Crip or something like that, something like that. You can go look this stuff up. For people trying to put a narrative that, oh man, Gunna, he was just a rapper. Nah, dog. He said he and then even let's use that. Oh, he's just an artist. He's just a rapper on the label. He knew what they was doing. If I'm a rapper and artist and you doing shit like that, I'm not trying to be involved with that. I'm going somewhere else. I don't give a damn. I'm a civilian. If I'm a civilian and I'm hanging with if my CEO is doing some gang shit, drugs and all that, I'm not gonna be on that label. He confirmed it, but that was crazy. That was wild. But see, that's why I'm saying the streets is over. See, that's the reason why I say the streets is overrated, bro. Because it's like it's always some that man probably told. Listen, man, that man told, and then he said he will testify if needed be. When you say you're going to testify, come on, bro. Like, what else we had to say? But regardless, though, one of the main reasons why he's a snitch, he's a rat, because like I said before, he did the he classified himself as a criminal. He has videos of him claiming he's crip. That's why I'm saying these people, man. Listen, you anybody young out there, leave the streets alone, man. Because people. The funny thing about Gunner too is he's the same person who told 6ix9ine as a rat. He's the same person that said 6ix9ine was a rat. Fast forward, look at it now. Them rappers got a lot of explaining to do too, cause man. But yeah, Young Thug and them going down, man. Well, they're going down. They done. Um, You might as well probably taking a plea as we speak. I mean, that gun. For real, Phil. Gunna probably not even on Atlanta right now. If I shoot, that was crazy. He really on video. I didn't even think they would do stuff like he really on video telling though. He on video. This man sit there and said, "Yeah, when y'all got caught with drugs and guns in the car, with Young Thug, was it yours? You say it wasn't yours? Yes." I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, man, listen, man. That's why you gotta leave the streets alone, man. And that's just the crazy thing. You know, the crazy thing about the whole thing is, which is stupid. They were successful rappers. They were successful artists making millions of dollars. That's why I don't feel sorry for Young Thug because like, I mean even before they was successful, you shouldn't be doing that, right? You like I said, you shouldn't be doing that regardless. But then it's like you would assume, okay, you were doing the street life, you would change your okay. The object is to get out the hood, right? The object is get out the hood, but Young Thug, he still want to be involved and part of gang ties and stuff like that, man. I mean, like, come on, bro. Yeah, how you cop the plea and never made a statement? Now, here's the thing: you can take a plea. You can take a plea and not tell. But like, if you okay, you can take a plea and admit that you did something. But he admitted that other people did something. What up, Roscoe? That's the difference. Like you could anybody can take a plea. You don't have to tell to take a plea. But if you sit there and make a statement saying that dry snitching and alluding that okay, well, me and such got caught with drugs and guns in the car, but I didn't do it. Then what you basically saying then?
No, no,
So
like
what?
no. Oh, I'm saying to that point, true. Like he's supposed to say that's not his. That's why you asked me. Like we're both supposed to not. We're both supposed to deny it. Because I
Right.
was telling people, no matter what, even if they caught you red-handed, besides that point, besides that simplistic point, 9 times out of 10 they need someone to tell.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but the whole thing about him, people like online saying that, oh, he may not like, bro. It's like it is what it is. But why people try to make it like so complicated, like, nah, it wouldn't be him. He wouldn't have told. There's killers. There's people that will kill you that will tell. Telling don't snitching is not discriminate. Just don't discriminate, man. Snitching do not discriminate. Y'all be thinking these dudes is like the realest, the most thorough, loyal guys in the world. That's not like the world we live in. That's not the case. Like I remember my dad in prison before. Like I visited my dad in prison before. Like that's you go prison is not cool, man. Prison is not the place you want to be at, man. But listen, besides all that though, he said he would testify. That's the thing. Like when you say you want to testify, it's like, all right, then. That's gonna be a funny ass debate. Now, I don't even think you really got super prepared for that. I mean, all the crazy shit we heard from both sides. I think you just gotta have whoever's gonna hit. That's gonna be. I mean, I don't even. That's gonna be a crazy debate. I mean, I probably got 30 winning it, but it's a crazy debate because like it is some crazy shit, diluted shit I heard on both sides. So it's like, did he snitch? No, he pled guilty, but he said he also would testify, and he did admit that YSL was a criminal organization in the game.
Yeah, he confirmed that. So
He
that's the point. That's yeah.
and that's only builds the case. So regardless if they say they can't use it, technically, what it is going to use it because he said he's going to testify and
Yeah,
back
by
those
him, by
claims. He
him,
said,
by him, by him confirming that. you automatically dismiss the defense of conspiracy.
So that being said, and he said he would testify. So basically, when he testifies, and they're going to say the same thing. Well, you you said this here when you know what I mean, like you said, that's when you know it's like, all right, it's like the other things, whatever, you can try to debate it, but like when he said YSL was a criminal organization gang, you told at that point, and you basically because you're helping, like you. That was the whole debate is YSL again. I remember the dude, remember the viral video with the dude that it was a kid or something like that. He was like, YSL stand for Young Successful Life. That was the whole thing about the YSL. YSL ain't no gang, it's a label. They help community and stuff like that. He just said it. Gunna, one of the faces of YSL, he may not have been the starter of it or founder of it, or even one of the hitters, top hitters, but he's one of the faces of YSL. And he's saying this. No, he pled. No, he pleaded guilty on his charges on himself, or charges that he got claimed. I don't even know. Yeah, Shady. No, not Natalie. Cat. No. Gunner said YSL is a criminal gang organization. So he like that's right. That was the whole. That's the main thing. And Casanova pleaded guilty, but he didn't. I don't know. He didn't sit there and say, well, he only pleaded guilty for the charges he was got on. Like listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying because you
Yeah,
plead, just because you plead.
snitching is when when you directly supply information that you are involved with involving other people.
Right.
But snitching, you can technically snitch on yourself. I don't even call that snitching. That's just calling yourself in.
Yeah, yeah,
Snitching only
yeah.
involves when you bringing niggas down with you. That's or you
Right.
helping bringing niggas down with you. Technically,
Yeah.
technically, Bobby Smurder snitched, but he did it to get his man's lesser time. But he still snitched.
They was already in that shit though. They already got sentenced and everything. It was like that was like I mean,
Bobby,
yeah.
Rowdy's about to get, he was about to get double. He was about to get 15.
Yeah, and Bobby was like, listen, hey, listen, and it was like a deal or something like that. Listen, bro, like he ain't do all that or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
like
like,
yeah, like exactly what you said. Like he gave him a little something and to be like, hey, bro, because you can't just ask them, hey, bro, that's my man's. Can you just take some of my time? And like, no, nigga, that's not how that shit works. You can't trade your time.
yeah, because Bobby was supposed to one who come on or Bobby was supposed to come on early.
Yeah,
But
but
that's what yeah. But that's what
he like,
he
nah,
said.
he did that
So
for his man. Did that for Rowdy.
so like that's a little bit. But yeah, like that's the thing. Didn't Thug go to court today? Maybe. They not playing no games though, and it's not technically this not federal, but it can go to federal. It can go to federal the longer this goes. And I don't think it is going to go that long because this only a state level, and they already getting you know what I mean. People put statement, you know what I mean. It's not just Gunna too. He's just a name. There are people that you know what I mean. You would call listen. They've been investigating for like 10 years. And it's still stitching Ti. I'll say this about Ti, because why are you saying that stuff now though? He had it. Listen, and I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if he told more than just on a dead person. Because why that information is coming up now? I'm not saying I mean, you told on a dead person. I don't know. That's kind of tricky. I don't know. That's rough. But my main thing is why are we finding that information out now? So so if I'm listening to that, I'm basically I wouldn't be surprised that you did that before on somebody that's not been dead. You know what I mean? The man got caught with Call of Duty uh Whatever. Oh shoot. The man got caught with Call of Duty weapons. He man had the whole. This man had his whole setup. He man had the guns and everything. He only did a year in prison. I mean, listen, I don't know. I can't. I say it's kind of crazy though. I mean, if motherfucker dead, it's like nigga, you telling the dead motherfucker dead. I don't know, but it also showed me though. Listen, you probably would tell them somebody ain't been dead either though. So I don't know. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, hey, great. But here's the thing though, Birdman don't even fuck with him no more because of that shit. Birdman don't even F with him no more because of that. So I mean, I don't know, man, about that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but that's why you gotta leave the streets alone because stuff like that is always. I don't listen, but that's why I'm saying you gotta leave the streets alone because stuff like that is technicalities and what is exactly that is that exactly snitching and that like nah listen leave that shit alone. That's the point. That's the point of me making this video. Is like it's not even ain't even worth it. Cause I'm beyond like you said, you telling a dead person like come on, like, you telling a dead person, motherfucker dead. It's like what can like come on like to be fair. I mean, ain't like I mean, you motherfucker dead. Like, you ain't like motherfucker come back from life or some shit. So I don't mean, listen, but hey, so Gunna's going to be treated like 6ix9ine. Boozy called him out yesterday, called him a rat. Hey, listen, you gotta keep the same energy. You gotta keep the same energy. Cause Gunna online tripping and everything. You see what? Hey, listen, that's what I think. I said Shadyville. Did I say Shadyville? I think I said the right. Hold up. Where's that comment at? Where on my man Miggle just a comment? Yeah, member of the Shady Park Crips. Member of the Shady Park Crips, man. That man's a gang. I don't know. They trying to pay the narrative like, oh, he just dude making music. F that, man. That man would come on, man. You gotta keep the same energy. You want to sit there and talk shit about 6ix9ine. The crazy thing is gonna call 6ix9ine a rat. That's the funny thing about it, though. It's about to be a civil war in hip hop over this snitching stuff now, man. It's about to be a civil war. And he was on Crime Stoppers. He was already on Crime Stoppers. He was on Crime Stoppers, bro. That man was on Crime Stoppers. And he was on Crime Stoppers. And you know what's crazy? You got all these people on these songs talking about free Gunna and stuff like that. Meek Mill and all them. Oh, free Gunna. Got Gunna on these newer songs.
Nah, it's called nigga sympathy. Like I don't know why. Like
Yeah, they looking bad. They gotta take that shit back now. I want to say, listen, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. If I don't even know, listen, if I don't even know you like that, I ain't gonna say free you, dog. Because first of all, shit like this happens. That's what I'm saying. Leave the streets alone, man. These are multiple reasons why you gotta leave the streets alone and condoning the street life. And Gilly and Bougie may be mad to the thug, man. Fuck, listen, thug, I don't feel sorry for thug, bro. I don't feel sorry for the dudes that 6ix9ine snitched on. I don't feel sorry for people that do criminal activity, man. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Young Thug out there when he was making millions of dollars, they're putting that shit back into negative shit. Like, come on now, what do you think was going to happen? You a multi-millionaire putting money into gang violence and drugs. You thought that shit was going to be. You thought that shit was sweet. Come on now. Like they like, come on now. Like they caught. They caught BMF got caught. We seen all these people is higher levels of crime activity getting caught. You thought you just gonna get away with that shit, huh? You thought that was like it's sweet. Listen, Thug better take that. Thug better plead out, man. Thug better plead out or do something. He better do something. Cause listen, he gonna do time. Listen, he doing more than 10 years regardless, though. In my opinion, I think he's doing more than 10 years. He do more than a dime. But if he wanna, if he because he could do life. The charges that
Oh, hell yeah.
the charges. So he better plead out and he can get like a 40 years or something like that. Yeah, you still get listen, and he like what 30? And you got when you're 70, but still, it's better than life. It's better than life. If people say, hey, listen, people living 100 years old, man. Listen, it's better than life. It's something. There's a lot of people. It's 70 years old having fun right now, living their lives and stuff like that.
Bro, to my opinion, bro, certain crimes, like if you did enough of it, bro, like why did you let them catch you? Like to that point, bro, like ain't no it was a mistake at that point. That's a life choice, nigga. That's who you chose to be. So why did you let them catch you? Like, bro, I don't know.
I mean, it's not even to let them catch you, but like it's just the fact you were kept on. You going. At the end of the day, when you doing crime, when you doing criminal activity, it's always going to be a chance you getting caught regardless. We see people that do shit 30 years, don't do no crimes 30 years ago, don't do no more crimes and get caught up. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But this is the crazy thing is though, you were doing criminal activity before you became who you is now, and kept on doing it the whole way through. Like you was involved in gang activity and violence and kept on doing it and putting money in the hood. Like that's stupid as shit. You know you're gonna get caught. Listen, like gang, y'all know, like it's no secret what gangs y'all affiliated with. That's no secret because in the day, this is what it is. That's stupid as shit. You don't see Snoop Dogg and you don't see none of these other motherfuckers part of gangs and shit put money back in whatever case may be. You don't be seeing shit like that. Because that's an automatic. Soon if you put any type of money and investments into stuff like that in gang violence, that's automatic RICO. It's automatic. It's automatic. You put any type of whatever is an automatic RICO. Because he's the cash cow. He's the one who got the money and the bread. Now, that's how the That's why Murder. Remember Murder Inc. Remember Murder Inc. Remember the Murder Inc. and all that. The FBI was going because of allegedly. What allegedly? I don't know if allegedly or not. Because I don't know they was. I mean, I think whatever. What the dude Supreme was funding Murder Inc. Soon they were investigating that. And, Supreme put money in Murder Inc. Guess what happened? It was shutting that Murder Inc. down. They had to change their name and everything.
Yeah, that RICO laws, you gotta do your paperwork before you get money to anybody. And I'm not. Yeah, I realize that too. It's not just one time. Like, yeah, it's repetitious. Like, they're not gonna like try to penalize you for RICO if you donated like $10,000 like one time, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, if we in a business and like I lie to you, true, and say, yeah, I need $10,000 from you to get the studio going, and you give it to me, but then I use that 10 G's for a hit. You're not conspiracy. That's not RICO.
Right. But I'm saying like for Young Thug, he's the cash cow. He would put money into to YSL the game. You know what I mean? That's like
he
you
need
do
no Brown. He need no
even like
Brown.
even like I said like what's a that's why Jeezy. Hey Jeezy, if you notice Jeezy distanced himself from BMF. Now he distanced himself from BMF. Remember when he would start popping off, he was around BMF.
Mm-hmm.
Even the dude, remember even the artist Blue they had on BMF. He got caught up because he was part of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you get funded by that shit. So it's like you get funded. If you get funded by any like even vice versa, Young Thug, he's an artist, but you still funding gang. It's like you fund any type of gang activity like that, you gonna get a RICO. It's really that simple. You could be a big gang, small gang, whatever it is, what it is. Any type of like,
It's pretty anything with like a hierarchy or organization of crime. Yeah, it's a rap. It's a rap for you. I'll be honest, with you, bro.
exactly, David.
I don't feel bad, bro. That's a grown man. That's a grown man, bro. I don't feel
You
bad.
know what he was doing. And it's like he's stupid for doing it. And my whole thing is, and those guys like Ti, whatever, talking about freedom. You know them, and y'all know what motherfucker he was doing. And niggas know he was doing. That's the thing too. The fans and shit, y'all know he was doing, especially in Atlanta. Cause I watch online and nigga, listen. What was the thing always online? You see people say, "Yo, Young Thug really about that." So if you know he really about that, especially these OGs, whatever, nigga ain't trying to tell him to chill. I'm just saying. So nobody told that man to chill out.
Actually, a few people told him to chill out. Like a lot of them. To be honest with you.
I'm trying to. You probably right. I think you know what, Gilly. You know what? Because Gilly and Wallow episode, I watched that.
No, they
and
the most recent. They the most recent. Like that's the thing. Atlanta for the most part they stick together. So like they've been telling this dude.
Yeah, I stand corrected.
Yeah, they've been telling this dude like they all respect what Thug has done. They respect his sound, respect the work he put in. But like they all recognize like they wasn't saying that as like championing him. They was like no, he's actually about that. There was more so like you know what it was like he was in a dress and pulling out guns from like a bro. Like you question that shit. But then they're like, nah, even though he wear dresses and shit, he's really about that.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. That was all. That's all the entertainment to throw people off. You know what I mean? Like all that shit really to throw people off. But it's like in all reality, it's like shit. Motherfuckers gonna hold up now. That's what motherfuckers sound saying. Oh, you like that and all that? It's okay. The Lil Wayne bus shooting and shit like that. We all know who. Like, come on, man. Like it ain't he. The crazy the dude that got caught shooting Lil Wayne's tour bus is part of this case. So you know this nigga done. They got too much evidence, man. You better listen. He might as well just play it out and say, "Listen, bro." He just brought to say, "Hey, I'm guilty and all." Listen. I mean, a sister gonna lie. I mean, shit. Here's the thing: motherfuckers afraid for their lives. There's a reason. This Young Thug is not on bond for a reason. Young Thug is not on bond for a reason. He has no bond for a reason because they're afraid of him, his influence on the streets, dog.
Yeah, that's not a conspiracy, bro. Like typically the higher level of crime that you are accused of, the less likely you gonna be bond, bro. Like that's what it is.
Like your word. I was like, yeah, I seen that video. Gun was like, I thought it was just like the pay. I was heard people was reading the paperwork. And I'm like, I seen the video. I was like, yeah, this nigga done. He done his career over with at that point. Soon because then people were trying to be the soon they out here, especially that testified. I would testify if needed to be. Oh yeah, you done. You done. Why still is a criminal organization? I'm like, yeah, you. Man, Thug ain't told that nigga to do none of that shit, man. Come on, man. If that was the case, Thug would be the first one to be like, listen, they all would have done it at the same time. Then.
Switch. It doesn't. I tried to tell you this last night, bro. It doesn't benefit Thug for if this nigga doing that shit. like I don't like switch. I understand if he was like if he just like pled the fifth, right, and only talk about his involvement. But the fact that he confirmed, bro, that don't benefit Thug at all.
Man, listen, there's already been people, and I think we talked. There's already been people already snitching. There's multiple people in this case, bro. There's more people like telling and snitching. So Gunna is probably like, oh shit, I ain't getting. Listen, you know what I mean? Gunna in a situation like, listen, man, I'm jumping off this ship. Thug didn't tell nobody. You don't tell nobody to do this shit like that, bro. Especially the statements, exact statements. They was the questions they asked them. They wouldn't ask them exact questions if that was the case. Thug not gonna take all that shit by himself. He's smoking crack cocaine, bro. Ain't nobody gonna take that shit by. Like I'm not saying you can't plead out, but you trying to tell me you telling tell all those dudes, nah, I got this. When it's dudes that's on that case that killed people, come on, man. Mind you, like this other Young Thug ain't the only founder of YSL. It's somebody's other people that was founders of YSL. So like, why would he tell them, nah? You know what I mean? What you mean the facts came out? He's on video. Y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all quick to call 6ix9ine a snitch though, and what she is. But we gotta keep the same energy though, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That nigga's a snitch, bro. I'm sorry. You don't go in court and sit there and say why I said it was a criminal organization. Yeah, you was a rat at that point. Cause like, all right, bro. Cause Gunna would have said that shit outside of that. YSL the label. I thought YSL was the label. Remember the one dude was on stand talking about YSL to me stand for Young Successful Life. They was people, other rappers was online and stuff was preaching that, man, YSL, they give back to the community. They do this and stuff like that. They not no gang. Free Young Thug and them. But this man Gunna cooperating with the police to help lock other people up. That's that you telling that's a snitch. But that's why we ain't waiting on nothing. We ain't waiting on nothing. And if he ain't a snitch, then do something to Boozy and Gilly the Kid then. Cause that's the other thing too though. Y'all gotta stop saying like, cause if motherfucker tell you it's a rat or a snitch, you gotta defend yourself with that too.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, if in that line of work, as a quote unquote rapper that trying to portray that type of lifestyle, yeah, you do gotta defend your.
You gotta see me at that point. At least 6ix9ine was upfront about it though. He ain't hide that shit. Hey, listen, dog. Hey, yo. But the difference with 6ix9ine is 6ix9ine always gonna have a certain fan base. The people don't give a fuck about that shit. The difference with Gunner is you called out 6ix9ine for being a rat, and you're doing this shit was worse than 6ix9ine shit though. To be honest with you, he's on video, like confirming this. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, because first of all, because Gunner, because they don't want if something happens to Gunner, it won't go back on Thug. That's one of the reasons why too. You do realize that, right? Gunner, so I'm just gonna say, I'm just we don't have to be the first. It's more important to be right. I'm just saying, listen, he said YSL was a criminal organization.
YSL stand for Yanking Souls Leisurely.
Listen, he said that YSL was a criminal organization. He already dropped it saying that allegedly he alluded to that was Young Thug's guns and drugs in the car. He already dropped it there. Cool, whatever.
True. I'm away from my phone. What is Brother Mar defending Gunna or something?
He said wait till the facts came out. He said he's willing to testify. He said he's willing to testify if needed be, which most likely they will use him to testify.
I would give Brother Mar this. Like we do have to wait till all the facts come out to completely understand Gunna's motives, but that's just a fact. Like the fact that he confirmed it was a criminal organization, bro.
He said he would testify too. He also said he would testify. He said he would testify if needed be. That's the main thing. Forget everything we all say. When he said he would testify if needed be, then you told at that point.
It's the combination for me.
And all I'm saying this, brother. And all I'm saying this: if I'm wrong, I would say, hey, my bad. But Gilly the Kid and Boozy called the motherfuckers out. You gotta do something about that. Then you ain't gonna call me, like what you mean? Like, come on, bro. I ain't know you call me out my name, a rat. Forget like the term. You call me so like what? A rat is a disloyal. That's a disrespect. Like you just like a rat has no morals. That's why the term rat comes really because you have no morals and shit.
It just, to be honest with you, a rat is more so, in my opinion, a rat is like the highest form of coward. Like at least like like because there's a lot of deceit when it comes to rats. You know what I mean? Than opposed to a snitch or a tattletale. Well, my fault. Rats or snitches. I'm saying. I'm talking about a tattletale or a witness, right? Those are people that's not under the same umbrella as morals or principles that you are currently operating. Well, a person like a snitch or a rat, they will disguise themselves as if they are agreeing with those morals and principles just for a different motive.
Well, I ain't gonna be here for long. I just wanted to clarify. I mean, I'm not defending none of it. I don't defend Thug. I'm not defending Gunna.
Gunna needs to get locked up, man. Gunna needs to be locked up.
When I'm speaking, because we do this a lot, and I say we, I mean us as society. As soon as we see one thing and not understand it, it looked like one thing on the surface, so we jump to, oh, this got to be it because this is what it always looked like. And I don't know this to be true, but Nat saying that Thug's sister is defending him, not saying he's not a snitch. I know what you said is the reasoning you gave true. It could be true. I don't know. But I'm saying maybe we should work with a little bit more before we go putting this smut on his name, because that's a tag that you can't take off once it's put on you.
Right, but he did. But I feel what you're saying. But when he said he's on video saying he's willing to testify,
I get it. But again, plea deals are funny like that, man. Like, sometimes they don't always mean that he's testifying against this quote unquote criminal.
Then he said, listen, but YSL is a criminal organization, a gang. That's right there. That kills it. That kind of kills. Like,
yeah, let's just say that's true, but maybe Thug is arguing something totally different, that he's not part of YSL or that's something totally different. He's just only part of the music, so he might be separating himself as well. I don't know.
Well, Young Thug say,
that wasn't what happened. Like, it's different. It's different if he continue to stay with that role. I'm just an artist. I only here for this. That's completely different from confirming who they are. That's completely
different. Know. Yeah, look, YSL stand for me. Hey, Young Slime. Look,
I'll put it this way though. If Gunna is not involved with the criminal activity at all, he's not actively shot and killed anybody or willingly knew, then let him snitch. Well, we got
Gunna. Look, this is my problem too, though. Gunna needs to be locked up, man. I see this man was man. The Gunna needs to be locked up because he knew what was going on. I don't know what he did exactly. But listen, he's a Shady Park Crip. He's on YouTube. I'm gonna watch Charleston White today. Listen, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm in the military. Street rules don't apply to me. That man with a Shady Park Crip, blue bandana and everything.
I guess, man. Well,
I'm just listening, man.
I ain't gonna stop you, Mojo, man. You cooking right now, so I'm just saying before. I don't want to jump off on this ledge and something.
He needs to see Boozy then. He needs to see Boozy then. Don't Boozy nigga he needs to see Boozy. I'm tired of him too, though. I am tired of him too. I am tired too. Gillies be tripping sometimes too. But like he needs to see them guys because at that point now, like you can't be called that and something. Come on, man. Because then you don't want to be called snitch in the punk too. You can't be called snitch in the punk.
Yes, Peanut. I said let him snitch. Yeah, like stop. If the man has nothing to do with criminal organization, if he is truly innocent, that's the thing we got. Like
no, that's what I'm saying. But brother, that's what I'm saying. Like there's no one saying you cannot plead the fifth. No one saying you cannot exonerate yourself with being transparent about your motives and intentions and with your association. That's 100% fine. He didn't do that, Brother Mar. He did a little extra. That's all I'm saying.
I'm 30. If they can solve somebody's mother, like a mother's got their child, don't know who their killer is, and if you can solve it, I want that mother to get that retribution. I want her to know.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So if he can do that, like stop it, man. Like,
but here's the thing, though. Gunna didn't
get, but got mothers.
I feel what you're saying, though.
Brother, they want to know.
And I absolutely right. But Gunna knew that Gunna didn't have no problem with that before he was on them handcuffs. Gunna didn't have no problem with that shit.
I'm
He
just
needed
saying if I'm talking about if he didn't have,
right,
I'm talking about in the
right.
case he didn't
The
know.
problem, the main problem I have with people that be snitching and be ratting is those people need to be locked up in jail. They get away. They tell on people to get out and they need to be in prison, man. It's simple as that. That's my main problem. You don't know you a criminal like 6ix9ine should be locked up right now.
There they go, Weebay. Weebay took his charges.
Hey,
In
hey,
the wire.
hey, yo, hey.
Took all them charges. He took on
Six,
charges that we didn't hear.
listen, we got people like Samuel the Bull living. He's out in the streets. He's out in the world. Samuel the Bull. Anybody don't know who Samuel the Bull is? He was a mobster, hitman, whatever. Killed people, and he told on people. He killed people, multiple people, and he's out.
Frank
He's out
Lucas.
today. Frank Lucas.
Even
How many years?
Alpo told on some people.
Yeah, how many? Yeah, exactly. But how many years Frank Lucas did? And he killed people. So I'm like, yeah, Frank Lucas. I think he was part of the merge too. Yeah,
We stupid. You doing 100?
I'm just saying.
That's fact. Yeah,
I'm just saying. That's my main problem with people that's telling. Because those main people are criminals, and them criminals don't need to be in the streets. Gunna, you was a Shady Park Crip. I mean, you think you? I mean, listen, man. You the blue rag. Listen, man.
I
give you that true. I give you that true. But some people do think like they can separate the two. They do think they can have the security of a gang and still not be associated. And that's not just how it works, bro. It's not how it works.
Listen,
Do y'all remember me telling y'all that one of the girls I dated was a 5 Deuce Hoover Crip?
Yeah.
Oh shit! What?
No, yo, that was a second love. That was a second love. You ain't heard
That's
this
funny. That's funny.
I said that like 2 or 3 times.
That's funny as hell, dog.
Yo, she never called. She always said Color Amari. She never said like she always.
She wearing orange. She always wear orange around you.
Nah, man, she wore blue. I mean, back. I mean, but look, not today. She a whole teacher now. She don't even associate in that life. No, she.
But here's the thing though. This okay. I understand that, but Gunna, let's be real. Gunna was still like Gunna. Listen, if Young Thug your man, like he's your like he one who discovered you. You round Thug all the time. You know he doing some bullshit, and you probably most likely involved with the bullshit, some type of degree. Because when those people were dying and shit like that, Gunna didn't care. But now you care. Like that's, I mean, that nigga's a criminal, man. And he trying to listen. That nigga's a criminal, man. That's why. That's my thing. And like, if he was like if he was literally like just an artist, I was just making music, man. Then I understand that. Like he was just, man, he wouldn't. He was always in studio, man. He ain't going to clubs. True, you assuming. I'm not, bro. Listen. Gunna's on Crime Stoppers. There's a video of him doing a Crime Stoppers video. There's a video of him. Shady Park Crip had a day. You know how like people have like days and shit. Shady Park Crip had it like years ago. He's had on video throwing gang signs. I'm not assuming anything. These are documented facts. Hell, real. I'm not lying to you. You can go type in Shady Park Crip Gunna. I ain't assuming anything. That's facts. That's facts, Peanut. I ain't assuming anything. Frank Lucas did told. Frank Lucas did told. Let's not come on, bro. He did told though. That's that nigga would have gonna do life in prison, bro. Nigga told, bro.
Yeah, but to be, he did tell.
I understand why he did it.
At least he got cops. At least he snitched on the cops. Like, at least that.
I mean, that's why I was like, you were technically. I mean, hey, you know what? I can't get mad at that. But it's like that's why it wasn't a big deal when he got out and shit because he told on cops. But it was like, I mean. T.I., I don't like T.I.'s kind of because he's suspect. I'll say that because why we hearing that new information now that he told on a dead person, his cousin. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's odd. Guilty. I'm with you, Gary.
The more of the story is, bro, the street life is it's just not a smart business plan no more. It's just not a secure career. You don't have no union, no 401k. Like
That shit crazy.
it's like there's no more structure, bro. Like, and most importantly, most of the head of these organizations, these niggas don't have no long term plan. They just doing it just to do it. So it's like, yeah, like if you want to do the street life just for the thrills of it, hey, that's your choice in life. But I'm be honest with you, it just don't seem like the best business plan. It don't seem like the best time to invest your time.
Especially young thugs with Gunna, man. Y'all made good. Y'all making music, making millions of dollars, and y'all gonna be successful tough in the gang life. Like that's
you notice you notice how you caught yourself on saying y'all made good. I mean, y'all made music. Y'all made a lot of money.
No, I did. I still y'all. Well, I didn't. Hold on, good. That did make good music.
Nah, you stopped that. You stopped that shit. You like y'all made good. I mean, y'all made music. Y'all made money off music. And
I fuck. Listen, don't get it twisted. I did fuck with Young Thug music and a little bit of Gunna shit, but at the same time, my point. The point is they were successful. It's like at the end of the day, y'all didn't have to go this route. Young Thug didn't have to go this route. Like you didn't, like, bro. Like you. I mean, what up, bees?
Hey, what up? Hey, to piggyback on what you're saying, just real quick. Wait till all this money go digital. All that crime gonna be stopped.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The only way you're gonna be able to do crime is to pay taxes on that shit and still go to jail.
Right, they're gonna look where you gonna look at the transaction. Got him.
They're gonna have all the transactions. Right. So that whole digital system's supposed to start kicking off in May, right? And it's gonna be a couple years, but just think about niggas trying to black markets, all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
How that gonna exist? The government they'll be blessing you to do it, but you're gonna pay taxes.
Or they look at IRS, look at see that tax return and like, oh, hold up now.
Yeah, they're gonna have all the money transactions.
Sorry, man, that's what I'm saying.
What do you think of that, Sturdy?
The only thing I have a question is like, how long would it take them to? Because the cash is already like devalued, but like, how long would it take them to circulate that out? But they still keep cash within the currency, or
no? Cash is gonna be filtered out over a couple of years, bro. Like I said, the program's called Fed Now. Check that out. It's supposed to be up and running May, July. And so what they're gonna do, I think, this is just my opinion, they're gonna give you stimulus money to start using the crypto, but it's gonna be the Fed crypto, and then eventually they'll start pricing shit lower if you use crypto as opposed to cash, and they'll just slowly but surely over a couple years take the cash out. See, they did it. They already done it one time when they got you to use debit cards over cash.
Oh, they put money into the cards, whatever.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Even with that, bees like it's still like I said. I'm not this. Oh, he did. Man, that's the only thing. Like he did drop that information like months ago, and I read up on. That's the only thing I was like confused on, like how they planning to circulate the cash out of the system.
Like they do everything.
You niggas gonna value cash. Like cash is at its lowest value that has ever been, but niggas still do cash transactions.
I think it's gonna be like, remember the $2 bills and shit. Like, it's gonna be like, remember certain coins that used to be viable, like, you know what I mean?
But I'm saying, how you supposed to make it rain in a strip club? Like, how is that gonna work? Like, they got holograms now.
I think it's gonna be still exist, or strip clubs.
I can't be throwing like mini CPUs and
you know
like
what it is?
USB cards.
You pay before you get to dance.
Oh, you swipe at the chair.
Or like, it's some. I mean, that's gonna be it's a lot of money. Listen, like, or I don't know. Have they cash apps ready? Strippers, they got. I mean, shoot, they got cash apps and shit. I don't know, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna be like. I think it's gonna. I mean, completely circle out. Like I can see that. Cause like I said, I guess it's how they did it with the $2 bill and stuff. But I mean, we'll see. I know this though. I better not ever have a late or the deposit for the military ever again. It's a couple months, man. I was like,
wait, how you? Man, that shit discouraging, man.
now it was just it's not that's not for everybody, but it's like it's still like it was like I don't know, it was something it was like these past it was like it's only happened like couple it only happened a couple times. This past like couple months, it was like I mean I got a regular job too though, so I mean it wasn't too crazy, but it was like what the hell though? Why am I getting paid? Why am a check coming in like something like that? I don't know. But I tell you that we get fed now.
What's up,
What up,
fellas?
Peanut?
What's going on, fellas, man? Y'all good?
What's good, Peanut?
Too
Yo,
much,
Peanut, bro.
Man,
What's
he
up?
don't got Chloe. He don't got Chloe no more. You see
Peanut,
you didn't see the
need
chick? You didn't see the
What's up,
chick
Curtis?
that came with her? Oh, you didn't see the chick Gunna walked out with?
Yeah,
You talking to
Peanut.
me or you?
Peanut. At some point, you gonna need a logo, bro. You gonna need a picture, man.
You right, bro. I got you. I just don't really do the internet, bro. I'd rather just talk, bro. But I got you. I'm gonna put a picture up though, because I'll be coming on the panel kind of often. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you
But
got options, bro. Like run with that peanut gag, bro. You do peanut the show. You do cashew.
Yeah.
You do a lot of shit, man.
Gunna,
fact, you on
yo,
point. I
yo,
got options.
the renegade killing Gunna attack. Gunna Kelsey, the gun stopper. Oh my God, that nigga killing that.
I'm gonna keep it honest, bro. Like my whole take on the whole situation is, I was built on certain morals and certain principles. I've been saying that consistently, like since the whole situation happened. Like you have a choice. You have choices in life. You don't have to be in the streets. That was an option. You don't have to be involved with people that's in the streets. That's an option. If the feds sweep and everybody get pulled in, and you've been actively involved in what's going on, I have no remorse for you if people when you snitch. You know what I mean? I have no remorse for you whatsoever because you made a decision. It's so many artists that rap that has no ties to the streets that makes millions of dollars. He still could have been extremely successful without any of the street persona. He made a choice. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he
you
didn't
right.
have to be involved. So I feel like if you're gonna put all these references in your music, slime, slat, and all of that, people in the streets know what that really mean. You know what I mean? Then you get caught up and pulled in, and they've been following y'all for how many years? Like 9 years, right?
Something like that. Almost a decade. Something like that. Something
Yeah, something
crazy.
crazy, like 9 years. How you? This is the question I got for people in the chat. How do you go from convicted with no bond to they going to the extent of okay, we only gonna give you a couple of months. He didn't even do a full year in jail. You don't the feds don't play like that.
Yeah,
When
you
you
got
get caught
yeah,
up like
yeah.
that, it's 95% conviction rate. They knew everything they needed to know to convict that man. They just waited on him to tell on other people.
You right
Oh
about what
shit.
up? You right. What up, Blue Boat?
Well, actually,
Hey,
peanut. That's the
what's
thing.
going on? Salute to the fan. I want to out. Go ahead, sturdy. My
It's still
fault. My
state.
fault.
No, I just want to tell Peanut like, yo, the crazy thing about it, Peanut, it's still state. They ain't get the federal yet.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
state
Right,
federal
state.
cards.
The
right.
funny
So
part
like
about
that's
that is
yeah,
the feds can still pick the case up.
yeah, that's the point.
That's why it's like gonna do it. That's why people are like, hold up now, like Fed's not in this yet. Which the Feds will be
Hey,
part of it.
um, Fellas, salute to the panel, salute to the
What's
chat.
up, bro?
Y'all holding it down. What's going on, man? I know y'all talking about the streets, and I 100% agree. But there's something that needs to be said, man. Us as black people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sturdy, I understand. Sturdy, yeah. What up, Sturdy?
No, I'm still here,
Sturdy.
BB. I'm still at work.
Okay. I want to make sure, because I know there's a live stream coming up with Lamont later on, right? I want to make sure you guys roast these bitch ass niggas too raw for TV and ticket TV. These niggas going around saying, wishing an injury on LeBron James, saying the Lakers would be better off if LeBron was injured for the season. What type of bitch ass, punk ass, coward ass shit is that? What do you expect from these motherfuckers, man? For real. I'm serious, man. Like, they hate this man so much that they wish an injury on this motherfucker, on this dude, man. These motherfuckers. What do you think about that shit? All three. I'm asking all three y'all this question.
I don't really think they really truly believe the stuff that they say. I think at this point they just saying stuff because they get views. It's money. It's money in hating LeBron.
Right.
They see what Skip did.
Right. They be
influenced
influenced by Skip. They being influenced by Skip, and it's not but shucking and jiving and cooning at this point. It's personal attacks.
That's true.
Personal attacks with these motherfuckers, man. They sit around their house all damn day thinking about this man, and over 100 videos trying to downplay this dude. For what?
Yeah.
You don't know this man from a can of paint, man. It's all an act.
The funny part about it, if LeBron ever reached out to a smaller platform and decided to do an interview like Ticket TV or any of those other platforms that don't like him, they will be the first person to take the interview because they know the type of revenue they will get.
Right.
That's why I don't really take it serious.
Right, but I just feel like they can get away with this shit. Talking about too Rob, talking about it's a bubble championship. It don't count on LeBron's resume, but yet you motherfuckers was rooting for the Clippers to win that shit so hard 3 years ago. It's crazy, man. Like, I know I'm off topic, man, but I just had to get that shit off. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't understand how these dudes can actually be taken serious and people actually take their word for gospel. Man.
I just find it funny. I don't really take it serious.
Right.
You can't really take stuff like that serious because it's like, like I said, it's revenue attached to LeBron's name. Like, LeBron is popular when it gets to the point where I heard, do you remember a while back, they was criticizing LeBron for going to his son game and dunking before the game.
Right.
Like, it gets to the point where I can't even be a father. I can't even father my son without making headlines and people getting mad at the fact that I was dunking at the game. So it's like, at a certain point, like, it's just revenue attached to it.
And these bitch ass niggas did the same shit. Criticize LeBron for doing that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't really take it serious because it's like, it's stupid. Like, what?
I don't understand. I don't be on this. That should be weirdo stuff to me. I don't really.
Right.
Bring up the man kids, the man family. You try to say he on steroids.
Oh yeah, speaking of that too, though, man. I mean, we can. Anybody knew y'all want to keep like it's like Gunna, the rapper. He ain't have violent charges. Man, that man said he was a crip. He's on video cripping. Blue rag out. I mean, I'm on now. Like, I'm not. Listen, I don't feel.
Do people really know the definition of slime you out? People don't really know what that means.
That's my whole thing. Like, about snitching and writing. My main thing is the people that be telling needs to be still locked up.
I agree.
But check this out, though. I wanted to touch on this subject real quick before I get up out of here. It's like, you're right, Stu. I agree with you, man. The street life is overrated, man. See, where I'm from, Youngstown, Ohio, I mean, it's really overrated, man. But around here, unfortunately, the street life is the life around here, man. If you ain't involved in the street, you're basically a nobody, man. You're seen as a square. You're seen as a nerd. You're seen as a weird. You know what I mean? And like Youngstown is such a small city to the point where it's like all people know is the streets. And you can't really cultivate relationships with anybody, man, because it's like if you're not in the street, then you're nobody. You know, you're basically a square, basically. You know, you got it's just like, it's like that with people. It's like that with females, women, and everything. You know what I mean? They turn on by that shit. They turn on by that. You know what I mean? They turn on by the street life.
It's pretty
Regular.
simple,
What'd you say?
It's pretty simple, man. Misinformation and propaganda rules the world.
Yeah.
People will give
right.
you all the misinformation that they need in order to destroy you. And
Right.
propaganda rules
Right.
the world. People get caught up on being seen, and people care about other people's opinion too much. The whole entire I truly don't understand. It gets to a point in our community where it's like, if you don't gangbang or associate with people that's in the streets, you're lame. Like, you hear women on the internet saying stupid stuff like, "Oh, you work a 9 to 5, you're less than this person." Like, it's stupid. Like, that was bad design.
It's dumb as hell. I mean, you know what I
That
mean?
just
And it's
shows misinformation and propaganda works.
Yeah. And they see what's on TV and they see what's on in pop culture. They try to cultivate that into real life everyday living, and that's not true. And and you can't do that shit. I mean, it's crazy. Like how like I said, I'm from here in Ohio. It's like the street life rules the city. The street life rules the city. I mean, you can't go around, be around, go about everyday life, and you got perpetrate. Excuse me.
I'm from Chicago, born and raised, man. So I believe me, I understand how the streets work, man. And I understand the
But I'm
environment.
saying you got people out here that are not even from the streets acting like they from the streets. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is.
Because they want to be popular.
Right. They want to be seen. They want to be heard.
Yeah.
I never got that. I never got along with that shit.
The sad part about that is those people become the victims. Those people become the gunners.
Right.
You go and you snitch, and then you don't even know what repercussions gonna come behind it while you out. People only talking about how his rap career gonna play out. People don't understand how the streets work. You tell people will actually take their work from you.
Yeah.
The streets don't play fair. People will follow his mama and do something to his parents or do something to his kids. Like, people don't think about this type of stuff before they get involved.
The street life is it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. They don't care about who you are or who your family is. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's you marked it. That's it.
Yeah, facts. That's all. I mean, that's all it be. I mean, it's unfortunate.
But I just wanted to chop it up with y'all for a minute, man. I just want to say what's up to the panel, man. You know what I mean? I just want to chop it up on the subject real quick, man. I'm gonna holler at you guys, man. Keep doing y'all thing.
All right, BB.
All right, appreciate
Show up,
it.
BB.
Appreciate it, man.
Show up.
What's up?
Yeah, show up to the debate at 5:00 later today, man.
Well, I'm gonna check it out. I might sign on because I got some things to say about that shit too. All right, later.
If y'all didn't know, man, Sturdy and Ralph gonna have a debate about who's a more delusional fan base, Michael Jordan or LeBron fan base.
Who more toxic?
Two more toxic. Sturdy's defending LeBron side. Ralph is gonna be on the Jordan side.
True. It was so crazy how like this shit just. First of all, I was just at my job trying to do community service, trying to help out, the youth and the poor across the world by talking to the people on the internet. And then Ralph just came out of nowhere, cashing his money in the bank, and like I was like out of nowhere, man. Like I'm like I was minding my business.
Ralph sounds confident as hell because Ralph have declined many debates. He had declined, man.
That's thanks, man. He smoke.
And he when they asked you want to debate Sturdy, he was like, no problem. My fault. Hold up, who that? Got Kool-Aid in the bill. What up, Kool-Aid?
What's up, Kool-Aid?
What's going on, True? What's up? What's going on, y'all?
No, I'm just confused. You know what's funny, True? I offered him like, yo, Ralph, we can do this topic, or we can debate who's the greatest scorer, Wilt or whoever. And he was like, nah, I want this topic.
Yeah, he was confident. He must have got. He probably gonna play a video.
I think he got a clip or a video of me saying some shit, and then his number. Another one thing is he thinks all I do is read stats. I'm like, all right, cool. He like this. He like this argument. He like this argument. Ain't no stats in it. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's not no. Yeah, there ain't no. That's what I mean. That's why I think he feel he confident. I think he. I mean, he listen. Regardless of how why he feel confident, he confident. So
it's gonna be entertaining. But fellas,
yeah, I'm gonna try to make.
All right,
y'all have a good one, man. Y'all have a good one. Y'all hit the like button too, man.
No, I'm gonna try to make it entertaining. It's just I'm not gonna hold you, true. I'm not gonna hold you. I think I did too much research on this shit.
Oh man. I mean, listen. It should be stats or facts.
No, like I kept laughing because I'm like, yo, Lamar is laughing too. I'm like, yo, bro, like I don't think you want to do this debate, bro. Like,
I mean, listen. Here's the thing is though, it could be a good debate because I mean, let's be real. Let's be honest. I've heard wild shit on both sides. Like I heard wild ass shit on both sides. Now I do think I heard more wild shit on Jordan's side, but like just to be fair, it is a lot of like delusional LeBron James fans out there.
No, they both sides. And that's the thing. Like, I'm just telling you my first round. Like both sides have delusional fan base to a certain extent. Every fan base is toxic to a certain extent. You have LeBron saying he carried his team, had no help. When in reality, he only carried his team to the finals that had no help, like 2 years, 2007, 2018. All those times he had good help. It's the same thing for Jordan. When niggas talk crazy shit about Scottie Pippen and the supporting cast of the Chicago Bulls when they refer to the success of that team in the 90s. You made it seem like it was Jordan or nobody. Like you made it seem like Jordan was literally dragging a bunch of bums to the championships multiple times. In reality, that's not true. And like both sides got crazy shit. But what's undeniable is one, the Jordan fan base more toxic because they just been around longer. Like, Jordan came up in the commercial TV boom. So like that's like his audience, his fan base, just on chronological events alone, started in the 90s. There's millions of them niggas. Just how LeBron benefited from the explosion of the social media era, Jordan benefited from the TV era. But the difference is, at least Jordan fans, they hype this nigga way too much. Like the hyperbole they use for this dude is way too high. Way too high. And today I'm gonna prove and give multiple examples of those hyperboles and how multiple niggas just run with that shit today. Like there's a lot.
Yeah, it definitely is a lot. It's definitely gonna be an interesting debate because like I said, I ain't even heard it really debate. Really, we talked about it, but it's like we're gonna see.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I go first, it's over. But if he go first, I think it's gonna be one thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be. He was I ain't never seen Robert that confident getting in the debate. Cause I said, Robert have turned down debates. He didn't even want to debate Go Mike.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. I like this shit. To me, it's a lose regardless. I get no bonus points for beating Ralph, and also if I lose to Ralph, he gets in the Hall of Fame. So it's
and Ralph gonna brag about that shit.
Hell yeah, you gonna brag about that shit.
Yeah, it don't matter, man. So
set your ass up, Sturdy. That's why I beat your ass in the debate.
I'll debate Ticket TV for $5 on that Minnesota shit. Ticket get $1,000 price now. He bougie as shit. You ain't even worth that.
Yo, Ticket
ass bougie.
What up,
Sean?
Hey, what up? That man's a clown.
What up, Sean?
Yeah, oh yeah, Kool-Aid and I'm good. Kool-Aid go for. How you feel about the Gunna situation, YSL situation? New information is coming out.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, see, that I actually heard about that recently. Because I knew Gunna was, he had, run-ins with the law and stuff. I know he got locked up and everything, but I didn't know about what happened recently, so I checked that out. Honestly, bro, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? These rappers make the bed that they made. You know what I mean? And as a man, you can only hold yourself accountable for that shit because and this is how it is, especially in the streets, bro. You know what I mean? You know, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? I used to gang bang stuff like that. You know what I mean? I got locked up for a couple of years. Then I served. You know what I mean, for 15 plus. You know what I mean? So I seen all the ins and outs of that stuff. But you just got to keep it objective. You know what I mean? I think that's what your title said. The streets is overrated. You know, it been overrated because a lot of people from where we're from, they tend to not think outside the box, and they think that that their environment, is the place that they should succeed in, not knowing that there's things better for them and stuff. But honestly, not to make it a long thing, man. Um, the whole Gunner situation is tough. You know what I mean? But you know, hey, you know, I'm pretty sure for everybody who knows what's actually going on behind the scenes, stuff like that, especially with half of these rappers, what I mean, out here, man, they know what's up, man, and I'm not saying Gunna is, but, we know there's rappers out there too, what I mean, that have certain contractions, with the government. We're not going to name names, you know what I mean, but I, um, I wish the best for the brother, but hey, this situation just shows you what's you know basically. I feel like the whole purpose and what you could take from this Gunna situation, bro, is really just this is what's been going on, and this is the norm. You know what I mean? I feel like the whole Gunna situation is showing you like, okay, this is the norm for rappers, or especially black men today. Who have much more success. And many more opportunities. And
You're breaking up, Kool-Aid.
Yeah, a lot of background noise. Was that just me? True. Do you have
Yeah, I think it was it. I was thinking what it was. I thought it was my mic, but I'm gonna let Sean. Yeah, how you feel about it, Sean? Your favorite rappers, Gunna and Thug. It's like nah.
I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs of everything. True, but just off top. I mean, the only thing I would honestly hope for is like when these situations happen to you, at a certain age, it's like are you going to learn from it, whatever it is, and are you going to be better for it moving forward? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I was just thinking back, like I remember like when Jay-Z got in trouble for stabbing Un Rivera, and it was like oh, that's it's real. Or like when Puff got in the situation with him and Shine
Yeah.
at the club, whatever, it was like, oh no, it's like no, they can literally take your, what I'm saying, like take your livelihood, like don't play with it, what I'm saying, like your well, I think the expression was, it was like um your um your music can be about the streets, but your music but you can't be in the streets, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
All
saying.
right, Johnny.
So, and it's like you got like it's a blessing to get to that level when you are like known and you're doing well and your music and people love your music and all this other stuff, but then you get wrapped up in the nonsense because you don't know how to separate the hood stuff from what's most important, which is your life. And I think that's like the sad part, for a lot of these guys. And some people don't come back from it. I mean, that's the other part of it, right? I mean, some people never come back from it.
Yeah.
They lose their life, or they lose everything in the process. So to me, I just want to see, these guys just kind of learn from it and leave that ghetto crap where it is. You know what I'm saying? Leave it where it's at.
Your action.
What up?
How you feel? How you feel about this situation?
About what? I mean, I just popped in, man. What's up?
So basically, Gunna got released in jail. Got released, and there's been back and forth of saying that I mean, he's on video giving a plea. And
Who's that again?
Gunna, one of the rappers of YSL.
I don't even know who that really is, yo.
Well,
I really don't.
Well, it's been basically been a debate back and forth that he told or whatever the case may be, or technically he didn't or whatever.
Oh.
But the regardless of it though, that's why I made this video. Is like, well, if he told or he did told, he should have been in that situation to begin with, and even felt like so. Let me see. Hold on. And so that's why you good Kool-Aid, but that's why I made this video like Streets Overrated. Because like even like let's say like if Gunna didn't told whatever. I mean the video is kind of like I don't know. I mean me personally, it's like I seen the video. The court was like that don't look. I mean me, but regardless of if he technically didn't told, that's why I say Streets Overrated because then you have people false accusing you, saying you this and that. It's like, but hey, if you would have not,
I'm gonna hit that back up, man. I just popped in, man. I'm gonna see I can I'm gonna hit that back up.
All right, Jack.
Yeah, y'all gonna do a video later on? I'll probably come on later on.
I know. Yeah, I'll be on probably like till 5.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Before that, yeah.
All right.
But yeah, the founder got released too. The co-founder. But that's what I'm saying. But my point is, so it's like you can accuse it. It's just a bad like. You should have been in that situation in the first place. Basically, what Sean is saying, like Sean, piggyback with Sean saying, like you should have been in that situation in the first place. So it's like you wouldn't be called a snitch or a rat or this and that, or whatever. If you would have stayed, do what you were supposed to be doing. What up, Swift?
What up with y'all? What up?
What's good?
You got back. I think you got a little. Is that music?
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you now.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying my little theory on it was that the co-founder and Gunna came home the day before Thug go to court. So that's why I was saying maybe they got something else brewing as to where Thug like, I'm gonna take the fall for this shit. I'm gonna take the blame. Ain't no point of all of them being in jail because Gunna not doing no street shit.
But he's funding.
He only had one charge. Gunna don't do no street shit. He's a rapper.
Facts.
Right. He had the weakest charge out of everybody in the indictment. Gunna had the weakest charge.
Facts.
So maybe Thug's just gonna take the blame for it, or he taking a plea, and then the feds might end up picking this shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing though. There's people there's people that legit did tell.
Yeah, right.
Before Gunna the whole Gunna situation. So it's like I don't even know. So it's like
the co-founder got out yesterday. The co-founder of the whole shit got out an hour before Gunna got out yesterday. Now he had real charges. Gunna ain't had no real charges.
That nigga say sound like Bodie James. That's crazy. But I don't know. It's gonna be later. We're gonna find out.
Why can't niggas be passionate and invest in like practical shit besides the criminal activity?
Listen, he had the money to do that. Listen, and regardless, okay, people have past and stuff like that. For example, Kool-Aid talked about his past. He wasn't on the right path, but he changed it around. And he wasn't.
I mean,
Thug.
He was tied in, man. He was tied into that shit.
Young Thug.
At least I'm not gonna lie. At least I would respect it if you like was like the mob from back in the day. Like you actually have a plan. You taking over real estate. These niggas not even doing that. They just causing like domestic terrorism.
And give out turkeys every Thanksgiving. Give out turkeys every Thanksgiving. Have a back to school drive. That's all they doing. Have a back to school drive. Giving turkeys out every Thanksgiving. And say, man, we do shit for the community. I'm not saying that shit that's not give back out, but you get what I'm saying. Like, come on now, but you spending money on all these weapons allegedly and all this stuff. Like, come on, man. Drugs, putting drugs. Like, come on,
So y'all,
man.
so let me ask everybody a question. Y'all really think Gunna did that without Thug knowingly
Man, listen,
knowing?
bro, listen.
Yes
This
or
is
no?
I don't
Yes or
feel,
no?
listen. This is why I feel. This is why I do know. Why I can't say I do know. But I'm saying this. You're gonna know damn well what Thug and them was doing.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's so if you sit here knowingly that he's doing
That's
crimes,
why he
you
had to
going
admit that it was a gang. That's why he had to say yes, it's a gang.
but was he say that before he got locked up? Would he say Wild said it was a gang?
I don't know what you mean. I don't know.
I'm just that's the thing. That's the point I'm
But
talking
I know
about.
when you got a lawyer. I know when you got a lawyer, your lawyer goddamn say them damn statements. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer and the judge is tied together, man. They working with each other.
Swish, listen, bro.
So my
Every
theory is Thug knows what Gunna did,
What
or Gunna gonna be a dead man. Either one.
Swish. Every public defender or defense attorney ain't leaving from the wire. You know what I mean? So it's like you. All I'm saying is like you gotta.
I said Gunna got
no,
paid lawyers, bro. What you talking about?
no, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like it's not about that. Like in terms like what we've been trying to tell you since last night, Switch. Like no matter what like leverage or deals, it's only suggestions. Your lawyer can only give you suggestions for legal advice and representation. At the end of the day, it's your final decision what you say in that court.
Yeah, they can't make you do anything.
No one have a problem. No one has a problem with Gunna pleading the fifth or once again being transparent with his association. No problem at all. But that's not what he did. Swish doing
I
a
think
little
Gunna.
above beyond.
I'm just saying. I think Gunna okayed everything that happened. That's my theory.
He okay?
Yeah, I think he okay with Gunna did and the co-founder.
I don't know.
But Swish, when you say that, right? I want you to understand, bro. Even if like Thug, like yeah, Gunna, you should get yourself out of this. I don't think Thug thought like Gunna would actually help this nigga bury him deeper.
We don't know if he
I don't
buried
think.
deeper. We don't know if he buried deeper
Swish,
yet.
Swish.
He
When
in
you
court right
confirm,
now. He in court right now.
Swish. When you confirm of a RICO organization, and when you say, hey, I'm willing to participate if need more additional information, that's not helping Thug. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Didn't Gunna implicate himself?
He did.
Right, and what I'm saying is, I think Thug okayed it. That's just what I'm saying, bro.
I'm telling you, even if Thug okayed it, that does not help Thug at all.
I don't know that
at
yet.
all.
I don't know that yet.
Switch.
But to say he did agree to testify, bro. I mean that's the main.
That's a part of his plea.
But if you're testifying,
but he still can plead the fifth, whereas it's a technicality on what he says in court.
But the statements he did say that he agreed to, he agreed to. They can bring that up in court. Like that was a great. I mean, they said to testify if need to be, I would testify if need to be. So he can't sit there and say if they ask him the same questions, he can't sit there and say
I ain't never
no YSL not a gang. He can't say that
out the way too. I ain't never say Gunna had to say nothing. What I'm saying is your lawyer put you in that situation. That's what I'm saying. Because the lawyer and the judge is working together. So I ain't never say Gunna had to say shit. He ain't had to say nothing. He could have sat in there with his goddamn mouth closed. So I ain't saying he had to say something. I'm just saying I think Thug okayed it, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. I think Thug like, nigga, you the money. You can go out there and still make money for the organization. I can't do shit in here. So why the
that's
fuck
the
would you sit
problem.
in here with me?
That's technically still a problem. Like how you said that shit.
So why would
that's technically what you mean.
Listen, bro, Thug is sacrificing himself. He the head of it, nigga. So
YSL ain't no more. YSL ain't no more, bro.
Listen, what's the point of Gunna going down too? Gunna is a rapper. They don't want Gunna. They don't want Gunna. They want Thug. They want Thug. They don't want Gunna. So why the fuck would Gunna sit in there too?
But here's the thing, though.
Okay, I get what Switch saying. Switch saying like Thug is basically trying to eat up all the charge.
Yeah, because he's the head of it. Thug was the one calling the shots. Gunna ain't calling no shots. Gunna is a rapper, man. He's a rapper.
So again, if Thug was the big prize, then what Switch is saying is not necessarily off, right? again, I think the question is again if Gunna pled guilty, which I'm assuming he pled guilty to lesser
Because he said something on the song. That's all he did, Sean.
right. Yeah, so like I'm just thinking about it from a legal perspective.
Yeah, legally, yeah.
He pled guilty to lesser charges with the agreement that he would testify to certain pre-stipulated facts. So they're not going to put him on the stand and ask him.
And it ain't gonna necessarily incriminate Thug either. It could incriminate the guys who actually did the murders.
Right. Yeah. So
that don't even help. I mean, my whole thing is
true. You already said dudes was already telling them.
Right.
Dudes
That's what I'm saying.
them dudes that's told try to implicate Thug.
Right, but they already says it. But here's the thing, though. If they say something first, I mean, basically whoever says something first. I mean, my whole thing is though
they don't want Gunna. They want Thug, bro. They don't.
I mean, listen, Gunna. All of this is why I do know, right? And this is why I don't feel sorry for Gunna. And this is how I look at Gunna as a criminal. This is why I look at Gunna as a criminal, because yeah, you look at his charges, he had the less charge out of all of them, but YSL is a label that was funding criminal activity. Gunna was
criminal activity. No.
Gunna.
The criminal activity funded the label. That's how it went. The gang funded the label, not the label fund the gang.
Well, I mean, listen, Young Thug was a ringleader. That him being successful. I mean,
the gang was before the label.
I'm not, yeah, but it's also when Young Thug started taking off, the more money was circulating and was involved in criminal activity. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying they wasn't making no money, but like when you one of the biggest artists in the world, and you got more money behind you now that can do different things.
To the dude in the comments, what I said was, I said as a part of the agreement that Gunna had to say that YSL is a gang because they got Gunna in pictures with him and everything. So how he gonna go up there and say, "Oh no, they not a gang"? That don't make no sense. Yo, you don't have to say something, bro.
You don't have to say that's part of a gang though. Like you don't have to say that.
If that's a part of your plea, I said Thug okayed it. So don't forget about that part. That's my theory.
Listen, the moral of the story is, if this for all the future criminals out there, listen, man. You can do what you want. You have one life.
If you're gonna do something, do it by yourself.
And Boozy.
I'm just advising.
Can you please get on Boosie? Can I please get on Boosie when Sturdy done, please? Can I get on his ass?
You can, definitely can. I'm just advising, if you a street dude, at least have a plan, my nigga. Like it's not a career. Like it's like just walk away when you have enough money. Like that's it. Like I don't know why niggas want to have that Scarface lifestyle. Even Scarface died. Niggas forget that part.
Scarface's own best friend betrayed him.
Yeah, but what you about to say about Boosie?
I ain't going that far.
I just want Boosie to keep the same energy with T.I. that he got for Birdman brother. Birdman brother told on dead people. T.I. told on dead people. But since T.I. your friend, you don't want to keep it 100, but you're gonna disrespect Birdman brother who was really living that life. But you don't want to keep the energy with T.I. Man, Boosie is a lame, man. Boosie is lame.
That's the hypocrisy right there.
Lame, bro. Don't play both sides. Call T.I. out for his bullshit. T.I. told twice, like I said in the comments. That nigga told twice, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I made this video. The title, you see the title, the streets is overrated.
That shit overrated, bro. Facts.
I mean, because then it's like it's always the tech, and it's like people pick and choose
right.
And it's like, come on, it's like it ain't worth it.
That nigga T.I. told twice, but T.I. ain't no rat, but Birdman brother is, who did 20 years. Man, keep the same energy, Boosie.
That's the hypocrisy right there, because and that's the sad thing about it, because a lot of these brothers out here, these are the type of niggas that they look up to. Fuck out of here, man. Yep. Fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it ain't cool for you to snitch, but it's cool if my brother snitch ass niggas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
bro, I ain't never snitched a day in my life, my nigga.
It's cool. It's cool if my brother do it, but you can't do it because I know my brother. I don't know you. Yeah, you a rat. Shut up, man. Your brother a rat too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely getting crazy, man.
The streets is a myth, man. Like Troy Ave said, man, the streets is a myth.
Bro, it not only is it a myth, but it's a safe haven for a lot of these dudes because a lot of these brothers, like I said, they don't think out the box. They think that whatever hood that they, that they from or whatever they grew up in, they think that they ain't going nowhere outside that. They think that they gonna live, in that same hood, to the rest of their life. This is how these niggas think, bro. That street shit is overrated, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a living testimony of that shit, man. That shit is whack as fuck, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is
Why
whack.
does every Baltimore nigga think leaving town is going across the city?
On the real, I ask them that all the time. Them
I think
niggas
I
give
think
me
a
the
lot of
same
black
answer.
people, be scared to just go away from home, man. That's a fact,
Yo,
bro.
Shaw, I can't wait. I can't wait to discuss the wire, bro. Cause like Brody is like the perfect embodiment for what we're talking about now. It's like because Brody has a natural talented dude, but he didn't see himself anything outside of that. So
Gunna
that's
do
why he
got
still
T.I.
stayed in
lawyer
the
though.
corner.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's
That's
facts
why he
though.
still stayed in the game. But like that, because like we was talking about that, like why for a second we was like, why do people even get involved in the streets? Is because they don't feel secured or safe in their own household. So when you don't feel safe and secure, you don't feel like you have a sense of purpose. And so what you start to do, you start to latch off to the things near around you that have the most influential or things that you might that's perceived to have like social status within your
Mm-hmm.
community.
Yeah.
Like some dudes get in the gangs to look tough or get that persona because to get more females. That's some niggas' motivation.
But I
But
mean,
reality, no, but reality, like as a man, like if you just work on your purpose, no matter what you fucking do, no matter what
Talk
you
that
do,
talk.
if you're in the top 15 percentile of the world and what you
Talk
do,
that
you're gonna
talk.
be good.
Talk that talk.
Exactly.
I mean, but it's crazy.
Exactly.
It's crazy, right? I mean, you think about it from a sports perspective. You came up playing sports. There's one
Uh-huh.
dude more than likely, or maybe more than one, that you played with or played against that you was like, man, this dude can be it. But he would never let go of that street crap and that ghetto mentality, like gotta get it, gotta live it. And that's what held him back from really achieving what he could have athletically because he could never get away from it.
We see that all the time, man. I don't
All
understand
the
that.
Nah, but true. But
Yeah,
you know
man.
what?
People fall into that all the time. It's facts.
What you about to say, Kool-Aid?
You know what's even funny because like just like what Sturdy was saying, right? You know what I mean? When you see it's that like all that street shit is bullshit, man. All right. All that pick and choose, pick a side
Yup,
or
that's
we make it for
facts.
you.
Facts.
All that shit's bullshit, man. All right, because
Facts.
I could speak on it because I have experience. You know what's funny too, bro?
Facts.
It's like, and you remember how Sturdy said how some niggas, join gangs, for status and females, but there's also niggas depending on the situation to where, they have a broken home. So they join the gang because that's a sense of family
Or
to
they
them.
live in
You know what I
that
mean? It's a
neighborhood.
brotherhood.
That's just the neighborhood they in.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And the other brother was talking about sports. And the funny thing is, back in the day, all the gangbangers used to leave, little homies like that alone who had a career in sports because they believed that he was talented enough to make something of himself. Nowadays you have niggas so jealous over you,
Right.
they steal your whole career, they take everything from you. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
that shit's
Facts.
overrated, man.
Facts.
Nah, me personally, niggas, there was actually thugs pushed me away from the streets. To be honest with you, for a moment, I wanted to sell drugs. I wanted to get involved in that shit. But like the OGs in my hood, they was like, "Nah, bro, we heard your mom told me you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a judge. Fuck that. Fuck away from it." Instead of putting me on to shit like that, they started incentivizing me more to get better grades. All right, little homie, the more grades you get, the more you get this new game. The more grades you get, the more you come over my crib or whatever the fuck. Like that's how it's supposed to be, bro. Like when there's real men in the community, that's when you see less games. Simple.
Like on some
Facts.
mentor type shit.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but it was also to somebody's point, man. I think Kool-Aid was saying this earlier. Like, I know coming up playing sports, and nobody bothered me. I ain't live in the best neighborhoods. I lived in Richmond Heights in Orlando, Florida. Richmond Heights is not a great neighborhood.
No, it's
Right?
not.
It's not a great neighborhood. But nobody bothered me because it was like, nah, if somebody gonna make it out of here, he gonna be one of the ones that make it up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
it was almost like, it wasn't that, people would try you with, little stuff, but it wasn't like, I wasn't worried about, getting caught up in no garbage, because most of the older cats who was in that garbage, like, nah, that dude, he all right, leave him be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I wasn't doing what they was doing. I just was around it because that's, you live in the neighborhood, that's what it is. But it's also, having that thing of like, yeah, some things is just off limits. Like, at the end of the day,
Right.
if somebody got a talent, somebody got an ability, somebody got some potential, leave that be. Don't even pull. If
You
they
don't
try
mess
to
with that.
pull them into it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, we revisiting a lot of themes here that was really covered on The Wire, but it's like, it's like at the end of the day, man, we need more men in the community, but we need people to realize if somebody got something potentially special in them, let that live.
That's facts
Yeah,
right there.
mentors, man. We
Facts.
need more mentors and coaches and shit, man.
That's a fact.
More
You
mentors,
Dante in the
coaches.
building.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got all these niggas
Oh, no,
that.
back in there.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Shit's been overrated,
Hey,
man.
man. A lot of men don't want to help. Don't want to help the community unless they getting some ass out of it. They ain't gonna help no kids unless they can be with the mom. That's how some men is though. They don't
That's
want to
true.
just help. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's facts too.
They got to get some
Hey,
ass
Cuddy.
out. They got to get some ass out of it or something, or some money.
Yeah. You got it. You got a whole
That's
lot of
true,
brothers
though.
Just
out.
do it for your people.
You got a whole lot of brothers out here talking about, change. Let's bring change to the community. My nigga, haven't we learned this shit from day one? Real change starts in your own household, my nigga.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
how it start. That's how it
And
start. You know
people
what I
out
mean?
there still got two-parent households and they still cutting up.
Facts.
Yeah, that's facts too.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Shit gonna change. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't
Facts.
gonna never change.
Oh no, it's gonna change, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna change
For the
Man,
better or
I don't know
worse.
about that.
for the worse.
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's true, man.
Yep.
Hey,
Because
Bees, somebody was calling you a
okay.
coon, Bees, and I had to defend you, man. I'm like, no, he ain't no
Oh,
coon.
What?
He just be telling
who
shit
called
how
me
it
a
is.
Who
It
Oh,
was
what?
somebody in
hold
the
on.
comment
Whoa.
section, and I
oh
defended you, man, because
that
you
oh
know what I'm
no, that's
saying.
cool, bro. Cause that's what I expect a white supremacist to
I'm
do.
like, no, you be telling the truth, bro. You ain't no damn coon.
See, most black people, bro, they carry out the white supremacist movement. When a
Mindset,
nigga,
yeah.
yeah, that's the mindset.
Exactly.
That's the mindset we got, right? But like I
Mm-hmm.
was saying earlier, right? When this money goes digital, how you gonna do crime? How you gonna get paid?
Mm.
They gonna see
Man,
That's true.
every dollar you make. That's why I said shit gonna change, bro.
Mm-hmm.
it's
Because
facts.
they gon'
Damn.
they going
That's facts, bro. That's facts, OG.
yeah, you go
They be
move
like,
some
yeah, why
weeds.
you just got a cash out for $3,000? What is this cash app
Right.
you just got,
They
sir?
they got hey you know what they gonna do, Swiss? They gonna let you do your crime. They gonna tax you on it, and then they gonna put your
Tally
ass
it
in
up.
jail for it. Yep.
Exactly.
They're gonna tally it up. Yep. Facts. Facts.
Bullshit, man.
Damn.
And not unrelated, Steph Curry's gonna be out a few weeks.
Yeah, because of the shoulder injury, right? I heard about that
What
Let's
shit.
see what
was
Klay
Oh,
Thompson made of. Let's see what Draymond and them made of.
they ain't made of nothing. They gonna lose. They already
Yeah,
losing.
yeah.
Hey, would this
Yeah,
be the
Sean, to
first
that point,
NBA
shit
Finals NBA champion to not make the fucking playoffs?
with the same core, I think so.
Yeah.
Like every other team, like they like a lot of people was missing. Like somebody pivotal got traded, but like they got everybody.
No,
They got
they
pretty
got
much
the
everybody.
same nigga. Same team.
And Sean, to your point, they still got a 4 game. They still got to finish their road trip. They got 4 more games on the road.
Who they got next?
I think Toronto, but you double check
Damn.
that for me. I'm not sure.
That's a tough. That's tough right there. They ended at Toronto. That's a tough game.
Hey, Sturdy, you gonna let Ralph cook you today, bro?
Hey,
Yo,
we'll see. We'll see what Ralph made of.
K.O.B. Ralph was on confident as hell too, though. That's the
Hey,
He
funny thing
hey,
confident
about
as
it.
fuck, man.
hey, bro,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this, Sturdy. If you come in with that same bullshit you was on last night,
Oh, that was crazy.
you gonna get cooked.
Hey, he took back the Barry Sanders. He took
Talking
back
that
the Barry
loser.
Sanders shit.
When you
No,
said
Yeah, bro.
he took the
said
Barry
everybody
Sanders
loser.
shit back.
Hey,
He
he
took the
said,
Barry Sanders shit back. That was wild.
he
All right,
said,
bro.
I took that football
All right,
shit back, bro. I was
he
tweaking.
said
I was
Barry
tweaking with the
Sanders
football
all right,
shit.
was a
bro.
loser. Hey, you hear that, Sean? He said
Y'all was
Was a
Barry.
crazy,
loser.
bro.
He said Barry Sanders was a loser.
Yeah, I took that back, bro. I was
Yeah,
tweaking on that.
yeah.
I was tweaking on that one.
That was crazy. I'm like, come on,
I was
bro.
tweaking
That's
on that
like,
one. I'm not gonna lie.
cause that was some bullshit. Cause I thought that was some bullshit. Cause like that's like he had no control of that whatsoever.
Yeah,
Like
that was completely uncalled for. I don't know why I did that to Barry.
you
I
can't
was like, nah,
you couldn't use that for football. Cause like you could be the best
nah,
nigga in the
look.
world and your team be
Yeah.
0-17.
Football, yeah. Your quarterback can be
Yeah,
ass,
football.
but
I
you
don't do
getting
that for
300
football.
rushing yards a game.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
be
I
your
just work for
best.
teams.
yeah. But at
You
the
fight.
same time, like
In
with winning,
basketball too, though.
like I seen a quarterback complete 2 out of 3 passes in one game and win the game.
2020, 2020, what is it? Last year.
It was last year. It was
Is
Mac
Jacoby
5.
Brissett a loser? Is Jacoby
Uh,
Brissett a loser? He got the highest QBR in the league.
right.
The team losing, but shit, he ain't no loser.
I mean, but thinking about football, things the difference is that's why I was like, football, you only can do so much
Right. Yeah.
in a football game. But basketball,
Right,
you
yeah.
have more impact on the game.
Right.
Like I mean, so it's like I said, you could do your damn job. You can do excellent, but you know what I mean. It don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I tell people all the time. I seen Dan Marino physically, in terms of just his ability as a quarterback, is the best quarterback I've ever seen.
I second that.
No, now you talking outside your neck, Sturdy.
What you mean, bro?
Because
Oh man,
your whole
he took back the football shit. He took back the
yeah,
he took back
yeah,
the football.
but it doesn't matter if it's football. His whole premise was based on
The
a
team. The team.
bad argument. Yeah, it's based on
Oh
team
no.
success.
Oh no, that was once again. I reiterated, bro. It's your individual
Nah, he did say
performances.
underachieved.
I said
Yeah,
that
he said
multiple times. I didn't speak
underachieved
about the team.
more than overachieved.
The way,
Hey,
the way, the way, the way I judge
hold
the
on,
way I judge players, I
no,
don't
no,
judge players off team
hold on,
results.
hold on, hold on. I'm about to cook your ass. Who got the echo?
Somebody got echo.
Yeah.
No,
I'm on mute.
Uh, uh, what do you expect of Russell Westbrook? So, see, being a loser and underachieving is based on your expectation. You acknowledge that he doesn't have a high IQ. You acknowledge that he doesn't shoot very well. But yet, with those handicaps, he still became one of the best 75 players of all time. There's no way you can call that man a loser.
okay, beast. That was Lou point. I never call. I'll be the main guy defending Westbrook in terms of his IQ and his playmaking. Me and
But
Cisco go back and forth about it.
you don't have to defend him. I'm just saying when people classify people as losers, it's talking more about their expectation, right? My expectation of this dude.
No, that's
It's like me. It's like me. I can't. You know how my feelings is about Russell Wilson, right? But the truth is that given his talent, he's really overachieved. My issue with Russell was he was getting credit for stuff he wasn't actually. But you're seeing today. I never thought he was really that good of a quarterback, but he actually achieved a status in the NFL that he probably should have never been to. So you can't call that dude a loser, no matter how bad it turns out, because he's been at the pinnacle of the sport. You follow
no.
me?
I follow you, beast. But the way I critique players, I critique players basically off them. What I mean by they underachieve, not by on some narrative expectation, more so of what they shown, especially in how their game translate against defensive teams and in particular in playoff situations. So when I say with Russ in particular, right? What I mean by he underachieved is more so to his detriment. He in multiple series he became more inefficient even to his level. He will make even bad decisions even to his standard. So like what I only compare players to themselves. I don't compare players to these narratives or like even team results. That's why I said like when they was asking me is Damian Lillard is a loser, I said by my qualifications I don't consider Damian Lillard a loser because he overachieved individually more so than underachieved.
So
Even though he didn't win.
Oh no, you telling me right now? You gonna tell me right now that Damian Lillard, who is the way better shooter and the way better skills player, is a winner, but Russ is a loser? I can't get with that, bro.
Not, but B's because you associating skills and all this shit. I didn't even say with it. It's
No, bro.
because you can be the more skilled player and be the worst player. You can be the more talented player and be the lesser player.
Okay. Let me ask him some, Bees. What did Westbrook do that he underachieved? Was it his shooting percentage? Was it his turnovers? Like, how did he underachieve?
So specifically the series, the one against the one. I don't blame him from the series in 2017. I don't blame him at all. 2016 he underachieved. 2020, I think 2014 he got hurt. I don't blame. I take that out.
Talking about the Donovan
2015
Mitchell
underachieved.
series?
No, that's I'm going in order.
What year is
From
that?
2015, I'm giving you the seasons, the postseasons anyway. 2015, 2016, 2018, and 2019, he underachieved.
Okay, Sturdy. Here's the problem individually. Here's the problem with your logic. Whether it's individual or team oriented, according to your logic, LeBron is a loser.
Where Aaron at? Hey, Aaron.
Right? LeBron has to be a loser.
No.
Yeah, he does.
No, it don't match my criteria.
I don't know how.
How does it?
He had these great seasons in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. He didn't win nothing. He lost.
Yeah,
he in the finals.
And like I said, Bees, he didn't underachieve individually more so he underachieved.
Yeah, he did.
No,
yeah,
he didn't.
Did.
And
yes,
2008 and 2008 as an individual player, he actually had a great series against the Celtics. They lost to a superior team. In 2011, ass. That's him. 2009, same thing with the Magic. Good series individually, but team still lost.
Hold on. One thing we know about LeBron is he's been able to get numbers no matter what. So you just can't use numbers.
Man, LeBron underachieved like a motherfucking.
But Bees, that's what it is. It's not even just numbers. It's your consistency too,
bro. I'm saying if you actually extrapolate your logic out, it don't make no sense because you have to make him a loser.
Hey, Bees, I don't understand, bro.
Look.
I don't understand,
look. Go ahead, Swiss. I think we got to get away from that, bro. You cannot call one of the greatest players.
I just said I agree with you.
Yeah, you cannot call one of the greatest players, whether it's baseball, football, it doesn't matter the sport. You can't call them a loser because you say they got a losing playoff record or he had a bad series. The other team has something to do with that, right or wrong?
That's a fact.
So how can I be a loser if the other team had a better plan?
But that's why I said, Beast, it's not just a singular series. It's multiple examples of it. And just like every star player gets team against in the playoffs. Every star player gets game plan and gets their main thing taken away or try to get taken away. That happens. That's part of the game. But it's up to you as a star player to adapt. It's up to you as a team.
No, that's some fucking TV narrative shit, bro.
No, I can give multiple examples of players adapting to what the defense gives them.
No, you can't because there's only one winner every year. So because there's only one winner every year, 29 teams could not make the adjustment.
Yeah,
so
teams.
Are they all losers?
For teams, yes. Teams is different.
Man,
no, when it comes to teams,
y'all on some bullshit. Because based on what you said, the only team that can be considered a winner in any scenario is the champion.
Yes, but bees.
That's
That's
goofy
just
as
how
fuck,
no
bro.
bees. The way I critique individual players and the way I critique teams are different. I'm more results completely when it comes to teams. If you ain't get the job done as a team, you lost. It is what it is.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you something, Sturdy. Let me ask you something. So when we look back at the end of a season, once the champion is crowned, and we know who the champs are, but we're looking at all other, let's say in the NBA, all of the 29 teams. We're not evaluating them to say based on their season that they had a good season, even if it wasn't a championship ending season.
No, yes, you can still have a good season. You can still lose. That's the thing. I think people are just they're it's like two things can't be true at the same time. You can still be a loser and other things be great about you. The Golden State Warriors still had a record-breaking regular season. They still lost. They was not the best team.
You're right, but that didn't make them losers overall because they lost.
No, they were losers for that season. They lost. That's why.
Okay.
That's a team. That's what it is.
So Steph Curry was a loser.
That's not what you asked me, B. Stop. I keep telling you that. Individual criteria and team criteria is different. When it comes to team criteria, I'm strictly wins and losses. When it comes to teams, individuals, I'm more so how are you helping your team chances to win.
I
I'm
just
gonna
said.
talk about
So
your
my
team winning.
question to you was in 2016. You telling me Steph was a loser?
Yes, the Golden State Warriors lost.
No. I didn't ask you about the Warriors. I said Steph.
As an individual, at that point, no.
Okay, Sturdy, let me ask you this.
No, Sean. He had a bad series. That's a fact. But if you go through his whole playoff career up to that point, he overachieved more, so he underachieved. It's the same premise.
Okay, so let me ask you this, 30, real quick. So if you were to look, I'm just looking at franchises. In the last, whose franchise would you want based on how they were the last 10 years? Would you want to be the Boston Celtics or would you want to be the Lakers based on the last 10 years?
Oh, 10 years? Ooh. Oh, yeah, Lakers. Lakers, no question.
Why?
Because as a team, from the monetary perspective, they made more money. They got more exposed. Number two, they did have more championship success in the last 10 years. That's just a fact.
But they also had years where they literally were not even in the playoffs.
That's a fact, and Sean, I always ask people because people asked the question before. I said, would you rather be hold on, what team that won never got back? Yeah, would you rather be the Saints or would you rather be the Bills? Would you rather be a Saints that only got the Super Bowl one time, got it done, and get that chip, and never get back to it again, or would you rather be the Bills to go 4 consecutive years and never win?
Right.
You rather be the Saints.
The Saints were losers.
Yeah, and also, and again, I think again, when you talk about success, like I think for some teams, success is we got in the playoffs, we got some playoff experience, we might even won a playoff game, we might have won a series if it's NBA or MLB. Like I think that all factors into whether or not you're a loser or not. Now, if you're just the Sacramento Kings, I think their organization the last 15 years have been losers because they ain't touched the playoffs since 2006. But if you're a team that's sustained,
don't your expectations?
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, don't your expectations add into whether you're a winner or a loser?
No, your expectations determine your level of success.
The Cavs ain't make the playoffs last year, so if they make it this year, they not losers. If they make it to the second round, them niggas ain't even make the playoffs last year.
Thank you.
No, bro, y'all conflicting one another, bro. Just because you lost, don't mean you didn't have any success. It's not the same. It's not blanketed. It's like I don't understand.
But I'm saying
like,
if the Cavs don't win the chip, you would say they losers, but the Cavs ain't even make the playoffs.
By technicality, they are, bro. What the fuck? Only one winner.
But you still
no, they lost. They lost, but they not losers.
For that season, yes. If you ask me who's the winner of the 2021 season, I'm going to say the Bucks. Who is the losers? I'm going to say the Suns. Da 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 da. I'm going to straight down the rest of the league.
That makes no sense, Dirty. That is
And
no.
I'm explaining it. It's whatever.
You can explain it. I'm just telling you it makes no sense because, like Sean just showed you, there are levels to winning. Not everyone's not a loser, even though you lose the game. There are levels to winning. There's a whole process that is being undertaken by several teams. And just because they lost a playoff game, that would be like saying the Minnesota Timberwolves last year were losers because they lost that playoff series to the Grizzlies. Even though they 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 lost it, they were the better team against the Grizzlies, but they couldn't close the deal. Overall, their season was a success.
You can be both, B's. I'm not saying
No, you can't. You can't
yes,
be
you can
both.
lose and be successful. Yes, you can.
No, you can lose a game. When you say loser, that's different.
That's repetitive.
Yes.
Loser means you do it all the time.
When you say
To that
someone's
point,
a
yeah.
loser, that means there's no chance of this person coming out on top. He's just a loser. He ain't worth nothing.
Oh, that's not how I'm taking it. That's not
That's
right.
what you said, bro.
No, I said when Sean asked me to the point, I think you or Sean asked me was Steph Curry a loser in 2016. I said at that point of his career, no. It's all subjective based on where you're at in your career. For me, for individual players, I don't label you winner or loser till after your first 7 years because you can't control where you get drafted to, Bees. So wherever you get drafted to, 9 times out of 10, especially as a star player, you're gonna be stuck there for at least 7 years. So you have no leverage. You have no leverage to make your situation better.
Totally
After 7 years, it's really bad.
irrelevant to the conversation. What you just said.
No. Well, I'm giving you more insight on my criteria, Beast. When it comes to teams, it's
I
teams
understand your criteria. You can tell me last year Boston lost the finals.
Yes.
That's a fact. But if you ask me if the Boston Celtics, who started the year and was damn near the last team in the league at a certain point, turned it around, ended up having the best defense, finished 1 or 2 in the conference, and went to the finals, and if you tell me they were losers, I can't rock with that.
But who's to say they weren't successful and losers? Why can't both be true?
You can't.
Why can't both be true?
Come on now.
That's how y'all feel.
Come on, man.
That's how y'all feel, bro.
Now we know that you can't be successful and a loser.
Hey, listen. Yes, you can. Listen, it's simple, bro. It's simple, bro. I put it to boxing. When Conor McGregor fought Floyd, the nigga lost horrendously, but he still was successful because he made over $100 million.
Was he? Hold on. Was he a successful boxer?
No.
He was a successful fighter.
Okay. We know the money aspect, but listen, we talking about basketball.
Who y'all talking about?
But we talking about basketball instead. We're not talking. We know these. Listen, we know these NBA players making millions of dollars.
Premise, bro. You can still have success and still lose.
So Sturdy, that's a bad example because if Floyd wanted to, he could have got him out there in the first round.
That's a fact.
He just chose to carry him for entertainment value.
Could have killed him.
So if you actually examine the fight to see if he was successful as a boxer, the answer is no. He was not successful as a boxer.
Bro, you got paid.
That doesn't make him a loser because he can't go into boxing and beat Floyd Mayweather. He's an MMA fighter. He just lost the match. He lost to a superior athlete.
Under the Nevada rules of sanction rules, he literally has a loss on his record. It's a loss. But he was still successful because he got paid $100 million for his first professional boxing fight. That's success.
Hey, Sean, you know what this tells you right here? This is why analytics is bad in sports.
I ain't mentioned no fucking numbers, bro.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying this is why analytics in sports is bad. Because it's changed the way that people view the game.
I agree. I agree. You a loser if you the favorite and you lose. That make you a loser. If you the favorite and you always losing, that make you a damn loser.
Hey, if that makes niggas feel better, it is what it is, bro.
No, because the argument is it's like LeBron lost 6 finals, right?
Yes.
And in those 6 finals, he was only favored 1 time, right?
Got to be on the other side.
Yeah. And those six
Mm-hmm.
ones.
So,
Well,
First eye.
no,
yeah,
2011.
yeah,
He was only favored one time,
yeah.
but he has 5 losses where we expected him to lose.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole narrative on LeBron is that LeBron is a loser because he didn't win the championship. And your mentality, even though you don't recognize it, is the same mentality that these damn Jordanites have.
It's not bees. I
It,
don't know
it,
why you said
exact,
it though.
it
No, it's
is
not.
the
It's
exact
not based
same.
off team result. It's
Look,
not based
look,
off team
look.
result.
What I'm trying to tell you is they're looking at it from LeBron was in the finals and he lost 6 times. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, the context is he was only favored in one of those 6 losses. So we expected him to lose 5 times. When we
Mm-hmm.
expect you to lose, you can't be a loser. That means the other team is better. You can't be a loser because you got beat by a better team. That makes no sense.
Yeah, agree to disagree, bees. It's like this. It's like this weird touchy thing that niggas got. It's like it don't take away. It don't take away from your greatness. It is what it is. Like
You
that's
can't
that's
be
that's the
great and be
that's
a
the field
loser.
that that's the field that you play. Bees. There's if you play an activity where there's a winner and a loser, everybody can't win.
But okay, we understand. We
It's
understand, but the
simple.
loss part. We understand, but the loss part. It's gonna be people gonna get wins and losses. But calling somebody a loser, like, come on, now. Like, it is. I mean,
Hey
I
man,
don't.
niggas underachieve. Niggas become inconsistent. Niggas don't live up to. Dudes are not consistent to their standard. So it is what it is.
I think the problem is 30, and this is why I don't like equating a team outcome to a specific player. And this is one of my biggest issues with baseball. A pitcher can literally go out and give up 1 run in 7 innings and be the loser because he got 0 run support.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where it's like at some point we have to just say, listen, the team didn't get it done. He is one person. He's a big part of it because he's a starting pitcher, but he is one person. He gave up 1 run and they lost 1-0 because he got 0 run support.
Sean, like I said, I understand that. I once again, I'm not judging individual players off team result. I'm not doing that. I've been telling people, I've been asking people this same exact question. Say if Jordan had the same exact thing, same exact accolades, same exact stats, but his team lost. That'd mean 6-0 and 0-6, and so he'll be 0-6. Will he still, where will you rank your top 10, right? Ask people that question is literally 50-50. People saying no, or 50 people saying he's the Bailey top 10. You know what my answer is? He's the same exact place.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he had chips or not, he's the same exact place. When great players have great individual performances all the time, but when their team loses, it don't take away from the individual performance. It don't.
Right.
That's why I keep telling you I don't base off team results. When it comes to teams, I base off strictly off results. You got to get it done. Every sport has conditions. Every sport has injuries. You have to get it done. But when it comes to individual, I only judge them based off how much they increase their team's chances to win. That's it. I don't base it off wins or losses. I don't, because you can't control that. As an individual player, you can't. As a team, you can.
Darn.
Even like for example, like the Saints, right? Because you're a Saints fan. I hate the pass interference call. And there was multiple playoff games where the Saints were in disadvantageous due to the other side of a pass interference call. But at the end of the day, they still had opportunities to win the game. I'm never blame Drew Brees for them losing, but I still blame the Saints overall because you still have an opportunity to win the game.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, it and you know this full well in sports.
Hey,
It
Sturdy.
really comes down to just one thing. It's there's stuff that happens throughout the course of a 4-quarter game that impacts you winning and losing. To boil a 60-minute or a 70-minute game, because that game went to overtime down to one play,
Yeah.
it does a disservice to the entire game. Was it a big no call? Absolutely, but it wasn't the only reason why the game went the way it went. To your point,
Right. And I would actually piggyback on that, Sean, and say you didn't get a call because it was a horrible throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The ball wasn't even close. I wouldn't have called it either.
Yeah.
but Bees, that's my point. Like, especially with pass interference, it's so fluid the way they call it. Because like even when on bad quality throws, like you mentioned, I seen them call plays. When you impede the passer at that moment, whether the ball was thrown improperly or not, you still impede the passer.
Yeah.
And like they
I'm not saying that it wasn't. I personally, because I watched that play over and over and over, and when you look at that ball from on all 22 overhead view, he could. It doesn't matter if the guy touched. Drew Brees threw a damn rocket ship up the field. He was never going to get to that ball
No, I agree with you, Bees. I agree.
because he put it on a rope.
Yeah.
So I just looked at it from that. This is the other thing that comes into this. We are examining what's happening on the field, but there's always an agenda. The league has a story and an agenda, and we can't. We're naive when we think that there's no Tim Donaghy's and all these other dudes in the game that are altering games that we apply to players. So we don't in that game, right? That call could have been made. Now the call I think should have been made was illegal contact.
Mm-hmm.
That's what should have been called, right? But the league didn't make the call. Why? I don't know why. But I've seen a lot of shady shit in sports in my day. So you can't tell me Tim Donaghy was the only dude. I've heard NFL players come out and say the ref decides a lot of games. But we attribute this to players. That is a big variable.
So Bees, do you change your opinion about Chris Paul?
No, my opinion of Chris Paul is not based on the result of the game. See, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with a player taking a shot and missing it, right?
Yeah.
I have a problem when the player won't take the shot. And let's go back to the year he went to the Thunder, and him and Schroeder had a
Yeah.
great year, right? Chris Paul didn't want that ball in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, game 7 now.
He did not want it. That's what I judge Chris Paul on.
Yeah, but that's not fair.
Hold on. But it's all based on my expectations of him, and that's what I was telling you. See, your personal expectations that you put on someone else, and then if they don't live up to it, then we say, "Oh, this guy's a loser." No, Chris Paul is a winner. Even though he hasn't won the playoff series, he's a winner. It makes no sense to call the guy a loser because he didn't win this, but he won everything else.
No, Bees. I only mentioned Chris Paul because what you said about the ref thing. Because Chris Paul, I forgot what's the dude name. I forgot the ref specific name right now, but like he never won. Yeah,
Oh, the Foster guy. He can't win
yeah.
a game with that guy.
He can't win a game with the dude.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, refs play into this more than you think.
No, I agree.
So I don't look at 29 teams and classify them as they lost. They lose series. But when I look at Minnesota last year, I look at what the Grizzlies did last year. Both those teams walked away with confidence and playoff experience. And if you'd have told me at the beginning of the year that Minnesota thought they would be in that position, they did not.
Well, then again, Bees, they got the great Pat Beverly at the top. So like, when he gets on teams like the playoffs.
I mean, I'll give you an example. We'll go to the NFL this year. I think by far the Cowboys are the best team in the NFC.
Dang, by far?
I think it's by far.
No Eagles, like the
No,
Eagles not even close.
no. I don't think the Eagles can even touch the Cowboys, and I think when the playoffs come, you're gonna see it. See, Jalen Hurts has a lot of deficiencies. Yeah, they're rolling right now. They're playing really well, but I don't believe they're for real. And when they ran into a real defensive line and a real defense in Washington, what happened? They got that ass whooped. They barely beat the Cowboys the first time they played with the backup. So you get a false sense of what the Eagles really are. I think they got one of the softest schedules in the league this year.
They did.
Right.
So
Right.
they can run out there, they can rack up these wins. But the truth is, do you think they're better than the Dallas Cowboys?
I think they have a strong, slightly, yeah. I think they have a very strong argument. But to your point, B, do you test those games, specifically the Washington and the Cowboys game, to division games? That is how it is at times.
They are
Sometimes,
division. They are
no, I'm saying
division
like that's what
games.
I'm saying. B, like sometimes like like you can be a way better team, but like just that one team in your division that's always competitive,
Well,
right? Drew?
I think
Say
I think
competitive.
I think division games are a little different. But I'm telling you, the structure of the Redskins, they have a nasty. They have a nasty front line. Hey, whatever, bro. They have a nasty front line, bro. Just like Dallas. When
No, I
you
agree.
drop
I agree
when
with
you
that.
drop back
Yeah,
to
I agree with
pass,
that.
Dallas is going to put pressure on you. And
Mm-hmm.
Dallas has the best offense in the league?
I think
I gotta
Eagles.
check that.
I think Eagles
I think it's
offense
Eagles.
better though.
No, I think Dallas has the best offense in the league.
Eagles like breaking like franchise records though.
I
But I
Uh,
don't
think it's
know. I
Eagles,
gotta double
Bees.
check.
I'll double check. I'll double
hold,
check,
hold
but
on. I want you to look it up right now because I think the
No,
Cowboys
Cowboys got
are the
offense though.
are the number one offense in the league right now. I think it's the Cowboys.
I got one. I ain't checking them. Hold up.
And
Yes,
if
let me check.
it may be the Eagles, but I think the Cowboys done usurped them.
Could be. They both been scoring points. It's not. Detroit was like in the beginning of the season.
Oh,
It
so
was
right now
they
here it
they
is.
saying the Chiefs. But let me double check. I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
I just got it up. I just found. Oh shit! What the hell? Why did that go away? Why is this NFL? This site is just tweaking.
it's NFL.com. Let's see.
Hey, what the fuck is going on? You see,
Offenses NFL.
they still saying it's the Bills or the
I'm not.
Chiefs. They saying that
Well, no,
right
no,
now.
that's
I got the
so
Chiefs,
so
the
so
Bills, and the Philly.
so you got to go by points. If you're going by points, it's the Chiefs. The Eagles got 386. The Chiefs
No,
got
you looking at
384.
backward. You looking at Eagles. So Eagles got 36. I'm looking at now.
It depends on what you're going by, because
I'm going
there's
by points and yards.
there's yards, there's total yards a game, there's passing, rushing, and then there's points, and each one of them will give you a different team at the top. So if we go by points, right? If we go by points, yeah, the Chiefs have scored more points than the Cowboys,
Yeah,
but I don't think their offense is better. I think the Cowboys have the best offense in the league, and
but Bees,
and
I
I
do
think
agree
you're
with your
gonna
point.
see
Yeah,
that. I think you're gonna see that when the playoffs come. They are by far the best team in the NFC. I
look,
don't think
that's
there's anybody to challenge them.
Bees. I'm with you when you're saying they give them matchup problems. I'm 100% with you there, but I can't say by far. I can't say that, man.
I'm gonna say by far.
Both defense, both play some defense now. They both play some Cowboys
And be honest with you, Bees, real talk, that game gonna come down to the quarterback play, like you mentioned before.
Cowboys defense. I may edge Cowboys defense.
Their defense better.
And I'm gonna give the edge for quarterback play to Dak over what's his face, Hurts.
You lost me there, Bees.
Okay, all right.
Oh, Jalen Hurts balling though. Jalen Hurts is balling.
Hey, that's great. That's awesome.
He ain't the same quarterback from Alabama, Bees, man. He ain't the same.
Bro, I'm not being negative on Jalen Hurts.
No, I'm saying. I'm listening.
Let's first realize that I'm not being negative. I'm not being negative because it's Jalen Hurts. I've watched him play 3 games this year. I do not like their offense. I do not like their offense. When it gets time to the playoffs, a lot of that gimmicky shit ain't gonna work, bro. And I'm a stern believer that if you run out here and you got to do a lot of gimmicky shit, yeah, you're done.
I ain't mad at that.
No, I feel you on that. So I do believe they, in terms of matchup wise, they definitely the biggest matchup problem for him.
Hell, he's still mad about Alabama. Man, come on, bro.
So that's just my opinion about. I think the AFC is wide open.
Yeah, I don't know who coming.
I think there's 3 teams that have a legitimate shot to come out of the AFC. And I didn't think I would say that because I thought the Bengals weren't even going to make the playoffs.
Oh, that's your third team?
But it's Bengals, Chiefs, and the Bills.
Wow, the Bengals. Wow.
Those are the 3 teams that actually have a chance.
Wow.
And, I mean, we know. Can we acknowledge Minnesota's a fraud?
Yeah.
It could be.
They want them weird. They want them weird teams. That like they always stay competitive in the middle of the pack, but then some always go wrong towards the end of the season.
They could be. Vikings could be.
Some always go wrong.
So then you're left with who? Who you left with? You gonna say Tampa Bay?
Hell no.
Tampa may not make the playoffs.
Okay, that's 2 divisions. The only other team that and I only did this because of the Niners injuries. Because the Niners are the only other team built to beat Dallas.
Yeah.
I forgot to lead the NFC South right now. That's terrible.
So if you're a betting man, you put your money on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Damn, Bees, like, when the last time you said that? The 90s?
Yeah, I'm just saying, look at that team at all 3 levels, bro. That team is in the top at every level.
They coaching though.
They coaching is suspect, and the offense. I'm not saying the offense is bad, not by any means, but I'm not as high in the offense as you are. That's all. Like they still got a great one game. I like the simplicity in they passing game, but like they play calling at times is questionable, Bees, especially on 3rd down.
Hey, that's fine. And I think who they pick up this week? T.Y. Hill.
See if he got anything left in the tank.
Yeah, he gonna get you like 12 yards. He gonna get you 12.
It don't matter. It's the point that they got another guy who's a proven guy. They got another guy to put on the field. That's all it is. It's just another weapon that you got to account for him. Is he gonna do anything? No, I don't think he will. But you can't just leave him open.
Oh, the Julio effect. The Julio effect.
What you mean the Julio effect?
You know, remember Bees like where Julio like towards the end of the Hawks, like the Falcons, people wouldn't let it go. People still thought Julio was like top 5, top 10 receiver.
Yeah.
Like just let it go.
Yeah. If you leave Julio Jones out there, bro, and you don't guard him, you're gonna lose.
No, I'm not saying that. guard him. But I'm saying you give him the same attention. Yeah, that's Julio, but like that's not Julio. The same thing for Hilton. Like that's we're gonna put like our third.
Yeah, but what it is, 30, like it's people's over obsession with we once saw you at this level, so we still believe you're at this level. And it's like, nah, some guys do drop off. But because we've seen you at this level, we still think you're that dude.
Like LeBron fans.
Exactly.
Great segue.
Yeah, like Kobe the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But you still got to account for him because his hands ain't broken.
Yeah, he's slow as hell. But yeah, you're right. His ain't nothing wrong with saying.
I mean, I think the Tennessee Titans made the worst coaching decision I've ever seen last year. When they went to some kid, I don't even know. They didn't even throw the nigga past the whole game. And should have gone to Brown or Julio. If you're going to lose your points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood why teams do that, bro. Lose will bring you to the.
I'm going to tell you why I think they do that, bro. This is just my opinion. I think the coaches today want so much clout on TV that they want to call some play and have a guy diagram it over the week and talk about how brilliant he is. I think that's why you get these calls now. Instead of just doing, I mean, I watched the team, what was it, last week? 4th and inches and they get in the shotgun.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
Yeah. With the leading rusher in the NFL.
Yeah, and try to run a toss sweep.
That's wild.
I mean, the quarterback could have failed for the first down.
Fact. What are you trying to prove at that point?
But that's what I'm saying. These coaches make these calls that are just crazy.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
No, it's to your point, B. I think it's these guys wanting to show that they are innovative, offensive gurus and geniuses, and it's like, no, 4th and inches, you get up under center and you fall forward. Simple as that.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
What that clown in San Diego, man? That dude is such a clown.
Yeah.
What's that
Crazy
coach's
thing.
name?
Brandon Staley.
Yeah, he a clown, man. All these 4th downs and all this, bro. What are you doing?
Then they going 4th on his own 30.
Right.
Yeah. The crazy part is if because they look like they might make the playoffs, can they fire him after making the playoffs? After missing the playoffs last year?
I don't know why. I watched him last year, Sean, lose at least 3 games on some bullshit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And what people don't realize is that, punting the ball keeps you in the game. Going for it can lose the game.
Yeah.
Especially in the first quarter.
Yeah, you going on a 4th, you going on your own 39, something like that. Like, what are you doing? And they ain't giving the team momentum. The thing is, you also getting the other team momentum. If they getting a stop, everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
well, all right, fellas, I'll holler at y'all.
All right, though, B.
Hey, Sturdy, don't get
All right,
cooked.
bees.
Don't get cooked, Sturdy.
Funny. Ralph is confident, man. Ralph is confident as hell. He was like, Lamar asked him, you the big Sturdy? He said, yeah. You probably got some of this bag. You must have something.
Probably so.
So that's going to be interesting. Steph Curry with a shoulder injury. What is it, the right shoulder or left shoulder?
It's the left shoulder.
Oh.
But like, I forgot who's Tim Naylor was talking about that. Like I said before, they're on a 4-game losing. They're on a 4-game road trip. So like, if they can't afford to go 0-4 on the road. They can't afford to like have a losing record, or that far of a losing record when he gets back. The West is too deep for that.
Yeah, Jordan. So Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson going to start in the back. Good God, got no playmaking like that.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem to me, I don't like them starting Jordan Poole anyway because he's their primary bench scorer. They don't
Yeah,
have a real secondary bench scorer like that.
and,
So to
but
me,
they don't got a point guard either. They don't have a backup point guard either.
yeah, I mean, like I mean, I think they're gonna obviously sign somebody, or make a move to get somebody now that the deadline has, the trade December 15th is today, so they'll make a move. But I mean, but to me, don't mess up your bench by starting Jordan Poole. I know he's making a lot of money now or next year anyway, but don't mess that up. And also, you know, it's time for you. You sent Wiseman down to the G League. It's time to dust them off.
I was trying something. I don't know. Do something, man. They ain't on a good spot because, like I said, it's about to be January, and one thing you don't want to be bad in January.
Nah, not particularly.
That's what you need. You need to hit your stride now. Teams you struggling, they hit their stride now. Because you don't, it's over with.
Yeah.
Everybody can't have a comeback last year. Celtics, that's an anomaly. The Celtics did.
Yeah.
It's only a few teams that sit here and just turn around like that. So.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not counting them out all the way, even with Steph Curry's injury, because they can still make a key trade.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I think they're in a position to make a move. Who they move will be interesting, but they can make a move.
Yeah.
Do you trade Moody or somebody like that?
I can see him flipping Wiseman.
I think if they flip Wiseman, they will regret it for years. I think.
You know what though? I mean, I think it's better for him to leave anyway. I mean, I think beyond. I think he's better somewhere else. At this point,
I think Steve Kerr is a very good coach. I ain't saying he's not a good coach, but if you can't figure out how to incorporate him, that's a problem.
Honestly, we talked about it. I mean, I said it on here. I said Steve Kerr. I mean, listen, my whole thing is it wasn't just him. Wiseman is like, why are these guys? I mean, Kuminga is slowly coming along now. He's being more productive off the bench now. But like Moody and Wiseman, even at the time, like why are these guys struggling this this much? I'm not saying these guys should be all-star talent that potentially could be off the gate, but still.
Yeah.
They don't have big roles like that where it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't understand how that's so hard. Like I see other teams, good teams that have young talent. They don't have big roles that flourish. So I don't understand how these past couple years, besides Poole, I guess, that they have a problem with it. Like, I don't.
Sean, do you think it's a potential chemistry issue?
I think it's that during their dynasty 30, they've never had to incorporate a big man as skilled as him. They've been used to the rim runners and the Bogut's and the JaVale McGee's, and they've never had to incorporate a skill set like his as a 7-footer. That's the bigger issue. And it's like, if you can't figure that out,
adapt your offense. Then my whole thing is like y'all compromised when KD was there, and y'all were doing more ISO ball. And I mean, they were still moving the ball, but it was still having ISO ball to cater KD game. I'm not saying Wise cater just like Wiseman. I'm just saying they can do certain little things like in the half court sets. Because I mean,
yeah. And to me, obviously, some of it obviously he missed a year and a half, right? So when you've been in the NBA 2 years and now you're in your third year and you missed a year and a half, that hurts his development. But at the same time, it's like, listen, go back and look at why you brought him in, what you brought him in, why you drafted a number 2 overall. Drafted number 2 overall because his upside is tremendous, but you got to incorporate him. You don't. I don't agree with half the stuff Charles Barkley says. Matter of fact, I don't agree with 75% of what he said. But like he said about him, he said, you don't get better playing against lesser talent. So go out there, take your lumps, and deal with it. By the time you get to the end of the season, he should be okay. But also, if you pay attention to them, he plays better with the starting five than he does with the bench. I like Kevon Looney, but why are you so loyal to Kevon Looney?
Well, my whole thing is this too. When you say getting better, he has to play against competition. He practices with those guys.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't be honest with you.
But Sean, it's the defense. That's why they prefer Looney in the starting lineup. That's why.
Yeah, but
With the starters, my fault.
Yeah, which I get that part sturdy, but again, Looney's he's a good switch guy, stuff like that. But he offers no rim protection. He's not a shot blocker like that. Like Wiseman has that upside. Figure it out. And they just seem like they're just not willing to figure it out.
I don't know. I mean, if they wanted somebody NBA ready, they should have just drafted LaMelo.
Yeah, but I mean,
at that point, if you want somebody just ready to go,
yeah,
what is it going to be Wiseman? I don't understand that. What is it going to be Wiseman? Wiseman's more of a guy who needs to develop more. If you want somebody NBA ready, they should have got LaMelo then.
Yeah,
that's all. I mean, they don't even make any sense because like they have trouble for like developing guys and giving people their roles.
Yeah. Yeah. So, True, you going off at 5?
I know Lamont is. Ralph, I'm about to watch the Ralph and third debate at 5.
Oh, okay, where is that debate going on?
FYF.
FYF. All right, I might come over and watch that in a little bit. All right, man. I'm gonna catch y'all.
Yeah, True. I gotta go.
All right, y'all. I'll let y'all later.
All right.
All right, yeah, I'm about to get off here. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace, salute. Yeah, crazy. Peace, salute. I'm gonna catch y'all. Boom, I'm out.